I hope the sound is coming out now, right? Can someone confirm if the sound is coming out? It's coming out, right? Okay, the done. And thank you, Biafran Prince. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's coming out, right? Okay. Isaac, greetings from here. Greetings, everyone. Greetings. I off the speaker before, so I forgot to on it because there are some applications I will be using. I don't need an outside speaker. It will use only the inbuilt speaker. MAZI Obi, greetings from here. Chinedu Ikechukwu David, ị na-akpọ anyị ndị political solution. Onwere nke anyị na-anọrọ n'ime, onwere nke na-anọrọ n'ime. Ihe ndị after bụ anything ịma ị ga-eme ka Biafra wee bịa mebie. I am in support of anything that will bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out. Mazi Achebe Paul, MAP Eziokwu Bundu 1 is in support of it. Whatever you know you can do to restore Biafra, I am 100 in support of that. So this evening, like I promise you that Mazi Achebe Paul, no retreat, no surrender. We must continue to preach this gospel truth of redemption, the truth of Biafra restoration, the truth, the gospel truth that we learn from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This evening, the topic I want to treat is what type of freedom do you want for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and why is international communities silent over the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? By God's grace, I will not waste much of your time this evening. I will make it, I will cut it short because we have to know what we are fighting for. We have to know the type of freedom we need. We have to know what we need. If retired akuna. So we have to know the kind of freedom we want for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the type of freedom we need in our own, and why the international communities are keeping silent. That is what we look into this evening. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in DSS custody, and Biafrans are saying we need freedom. We want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be free. What type of freedom do you need from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Do you think that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu coming out from DSS custody without Biafra flag, that he have gotten freedom? The freedom we are asking for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not just to walk out from the DSS net. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu freedom is not just to come out from Nigerian dungeon. When you talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's freedom, what freedom means is total liberation. I know that they added 15 charges. I know they added 15 more charges. And there is a reason for that. Lawless in greetings from here. Now, let us analyze what is the freedom Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. The freedom Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for, the freedom Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is asking is not to come out from DSS dungeon. It's not to come out from Nigerian prison or Nigerian cell. No, that is not freedom you need for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The freedom you should be asking yourself now is the freedom of Biafra, total liberation, having your own independence, having your own nation. Do you know that bringing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out from DSS custody without Biafran flag, without the restoration of Biafra, you have endangered the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu double more than as it is before? When you free MAZI Nnamdi Kanu without Biafra restoration, you have endangered his life. So the question, what we're supposed to be doing now is asking for Biafra referendum. The protest that's supposed to be going around now is not free MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Rather, it should be Biafra referendum, because Biafra restoration will give MAZI Nnamdi Kanu total freedom. The freedom of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu to have a freedom that he can enjoy, for his family to enjoy, for everyone around him, without fear, without running up and down, is the restoration of Biafra. That is why MAP is calling for people to rise up and ask for freedom. How can you ask for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu freedom? When I told you people that our legal teams cannot give MAZI Nnamdi Kanu freedom, many of you will argue it. When you want to give MAZI Nnamdi Kanu freedom, the only thing that will give MAZI Nnamdi Kanu freedom is Biafra restoration. Now, let me ask you, how can the lawyers of IPOB give MAZI Nnamdi Kanu freedom? What does freedom mean to you? Do you think that MAZI Nnamdi Kanu was in dungeon before he asked for freedom? He resided in United States of United Kingdom, and he started asking for freedom. He started asking for freedom. To tell you that even in the UK, he don't have freedom. The freedom of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is the freedom of over 70 million people. Now, when you want our leader to be free from what? Free from Nigeria or free from DSS custody? Because we have two types of freedom now. Free him from DSS custody. Our legal team can do that. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu alone can even free himself. But bringing that dream, free him. Free MAZI Nnamdi Kanu from DSS custody without bringing Biafra restoration. It will give the MAZI Nnamdi Kanu more problem. Because if you need a freedom for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, you will free him and restore Biafra. Now that MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is in DSS custody, what Biafrans need to ask to be doing now is Biafra referendum. What will free MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is Biafra referendum. And what will ease the case of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu? What will ease the case of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is Biafra restoration. Because if the people who MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for, the people rise up now to fight for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu and they come to court, the lawyers will be standing on the ground that this man did not send himself. That the whole people, you can see, he will be using what is happening in the East to set the example. But because we have not risen up to demand for Biafra referendum, because we have not risen up to demand for Biafra freedom, we think that it's Onyendu. Somebody said in my program yesterday that Onyendu is prepared for this thing. We should not pity him. We should pray for him. Okay, good and fine. If we should not pity MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, that is the only way we can now push for Biafra referendum. Because Biafra referendum lies the freedom of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Biafra referendum lies the freedom of MAZI Achibepo. Biafra referendum lies the freedom of over 70 million Biafrans all over the world. Our lawyers cannot secure referendum for us. The people that will secure a referendum for the people of Biafra is Biafrans. America cannot give us referendum. Israel cannot give us referendum. The only people that has the right to secure referendum is the Biafran people. Without Biafran people rising up to request for Biafra referendum, nothing can give us referendum. If we like, let us protest abroad 1 million times. Nobody will talk to us. Israel, the Jewish you are claiming to be today, never got their independence through protesting. They return, they take action. We are afraid not to be killed. They have killed us enough. They have killed us, right? Are they not killing us? They are killing us. Now, how can, in every word, you have to approach everything according to how things are being done in the area where you are residing. In Africa, there is nothing like human rights. In Africa, there is nothing like referendum, peaceful referendum. That is why there is no African country that has referendum today. If we succeed persuading MAZI Nnamdi Kanu to come out without Biafra referendum, we have endangered the life of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu more than as it is before. If we fail MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, because one thing is for sure, they cannot kill MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. They cannot do him anything. The only thing, worst come to worst, that will happen to MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is that MAZI Nnamdi Kanu will come out in that dungeon without Biafra referendum, without Biafra flag. That is the worst thing that can happen to MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. And before that thing will happen, know that Biafrans have failed him, because many Biafrans have fed up with everyday talk. So, like I was saying before, one bastard called me on phone and started talking rubbish. We have many bastards doing rubbish or in the name of IPOB. And I dare any goat or any he-goat that want to do anything, let the person put his or her picture or his name, so that I will tear the person. Yes, now name. Not to just call on phone. They talk rubbish. Put your real picture so that I will see you. If you last 1 hour here in Europe, know that I'm not MAZI Achebe. Kiji kwado ke maka maloko onye ọzọ ji wee kwado iche na mmadụ niile nọ ya. Now, what I was saying is this, before the bastard interrupted. The freedom of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu lies in the hands of Biafrans. The freedom of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu lies in the hands of Biafrans. And the freedom of Biafran also lie in the hands of Biafran. How can we get our freedom? How can we fight for our freedom? Freedom is not giving, freedom is taking. The legal team can only do their best, but they cannot bring referendum. The people who will ask for referendum is the indigenous people of Biafra. America will not give us a referendum. How would they give you? Some people will say, don't pity MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, pray for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Prayer without work is faith without work is a dead faith. So the only way we can bring out MAZI Nnamdi Kanu with the Biafran flag is by taking action, by civil disobedience. Do you expect that the Janjaweed Nigerian government will just come to court tomorrow and tell MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, oh yeah, go, we have discharge you, acquitted? That means they don't know themselves. That means even the Nigerian government, even international communities, will destroy Nigeria for doing that because it's illegal. We must tell ourselves the truth. That is why I am here to preach nothing but the truth. No reasonable country can discharge a freedom fighter, because for you to discharge MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, first of all, you must give him that thing that if he is innocent of the accusation, that means you have to organize the referendum with immediate alacrity. With immediate effect. If you are to free MAZI Nnamdi Kanu acquitted tomorrow, you have to give him the referendum tomorrow. Do you think that there is any plan for that from the zoo government? There's no plan for that. That is why I ask you, what type of freedom do you want for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu? What type of freedom do you want for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu? Is it to come out from DSS custody and be broadcasting on Radio Biafra again and be running up and down, hiding from one country to another, running from one country to another, without people knowing where he is? Even his wife will not know where he is. His children will not know where he is. Even brothers and sisters, he will be hiding like a common criminal. Is that the kind of freedom you want for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu? I am asking you. Is that the kind of freedom you want for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu? Mustafa Abubakar, congratulations, you are hereby blocked. And that tolerate rubbish. When you type rubbish, you get blocked. Because I am the CEO of Biafra Unity TV and the CEO of MAZI Achebe Paul and CEO of Matters Arising TV. So I decide who to allow to type and who not to allow. So you have been typing rubbish here. I'll be keeping you. Who tell you there will be no campaign? Campaign have already started in Biafra land. Biafra referendum has nothing to do with campaign. The question now is, what are we doing? What type of freedom do you want from MAZI Nnamdi Kanu? What type of freedom do you want him to gain through the law court? Because when you want your freedom, you will start asking for your freedom. And when you ask for your freedom, you will go for your freedom. And when you go for your freedom, you take your freedom. And when you take your freedom, you have freedom. Do you understand the message? When you need your freedom, you start asking for your freedom. When you ask for your freedom, you go for your freedom. When you go for your freedom, you take your freedom. When you take your freedom, you have your freedom. Have we started asking for freedom? If yes, have we started going for our freedom? If yes, how? How can we take our freedom? You take it. You don't need to allow to beg the enemy for you to take your freedom. You force your freedom out from the enemy's hand. As it is now, Biafrans don't need the second war again to get their freedom. As it is now, Biafrans don't need to carry guns again to get their freedom. What Biafrans need now is a strategy, civil disobedience, economic sanction. Economic sanction, civil disobedience. That is the easiest way to get your freedom without sharing of blood. Because through civil disobedience, the people that has properties in the north will be able to gain their properties back because you will get your referendum on a round table without a gunshot. Through civil disobedience, any place you are residing in that is Zoo Republic, you will get your properties back because that is a referendum, peaceful process, peaceful disintegration. That is why you need civil disobedience. The North are not panicking. Nigerian governments are not panicking. Do you know why? Because they are not seeing what they're supposed to be seeing. Do you think that the northern people have the lion heart? No. These people fear. But what makes them to look like They are unbeatable. They are undisputable. They have they are born to rule. Is because they conquer fear. They come out boldness. They make their demand. You know, there is a difference between the mind and the want. There is difference. When you demand for something, you act by order. For example, you enter store, you have the cash. You can demand for any goods because you have the money there. But when you are broke, like the idiot that called me just now, when you are broke, you will you use that word want. I want to be Nigerian president. You don't demand to be Nigerian president because you know that you don't have what it takes to be a Nigerian president. You want to be the richest man in the world while you are pushing wheelbarrow. You want to be. You want. You want to be so something because you don't have the brain. But when you have the money, you have everything, you demand. Biafrans supposed to be demanding for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu's release. Not they don't need to want MAZI Nnamdi Kanu to be released. They're supposed to demand for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu release. How can you demand for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu release? You will cripple the zoo. You will sanction the zoo with economic sanction. You will make the zoo look like Zambia. You will make the zoo government ungovernable to them. You will make the zoo know that whom they are holding is not just ordinary person. And one idiot in that here. I dare him to put his real picture. Can't tell among nobody. You are still using plus 2, 3, 4. They call who they are abroad. Tell them say they Italy. You Uzaria. Give me your location. Let me meet you there. As I will end this video and meet you there. I know you are watching me. Just send me your location on comment section. Can locate here there. Kemalo in Italy ablo, but they know back a mafians ne kwoku. You know, we have many bastards around the world. Many idiots everywhere. Dear friend, sorry. I want to take care of the bastard. Now, I ask you, what type of freedom do you want MAZI Nnamdi Kanu? Do you need to be asking, do you want MAZI Nnamdi Kanu to be released, or you have to make a demand for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu to be released? Biafrans need to make a demand for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu to be released. Because only when you make demand, you will have something to offer. Before you make a demand, you will have something to offer that when they don't meet up with your demand, you will do something. Not the other way around. Ask yourself, why is international communities keeping silent over MAZI Nnamdi Kanu's case? Why? Because we are not doing the needful. We are not doing what we're supposed to be doing. What are we supposed to be doing? We're supposed to be making effort. While the legal teams are doing their own, Biafrans supposed to be asking for Biafra referendum. Because when you ask for referendum, you will overtake your land. Before Biafra will be restored, we must be in charge of our land. Are we in charge of our land? Who is in charge of Biafra land? Is it not the zoo government? How can zoo government still be in charge of Biafra land and they are still calling for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu release? That is the problem we are facing today. Tomorrow, what do you expect court to do? Tomorrow, you will not see anything again. They will now deliberate on these new court charges now, and they will now adjourn the case. But if Biafrans take over the Biafran land and tell the zoo government, you cannot be controlling our land, it will become a fight. If this case you are seeing today should not be a case, it should not be a case of Nnamdi Kanu appearing in the court. It's supposed to be a case between Biafra and Nigeria. But because of Biafra we have drawn back, we don't want to take the bold step. That is why you call it MAZI Nnamdi Kanu case against Nigeria. No, it shouldn't be like that. It should be Biafran case against Nigeria. Biafra asking for referendum. It should be a case of Biafra against Nigeria, not a case against Nnamdi Kanu against Nigeria. Because when you say Nnamdi Kanu is one person, is MAZI Nnamdi Kanu alone? No. Is IPOB one person? No. IPOB is over 70 million people. That is why it is time for Biafrans to rise up. If you know what you can do to free MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, this is the time to implement it. Because what you need to do now is to give MAZI Nnamdi Kanu a total freedom. How can MAZI Nnamdi Kanu get total freedom? MAZI Nnamdi Kanu can never have a freedom without Biafra restoration. If you free MAZI Nnamdi Kanu from DSS custody without Biafra referendum, you have endangered his life more than ever. The freedom without Biafra restoration. That is why we need to do everything humanly possible to free MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. There is something they call division of labor. While the legal team are busy going for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu unconditional release, the Biafrans supposed to be free, be busy going for Biafra referendum. Every protest should be Biafra referendum. Everything that you are doing in Nigeria today should not just be release MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. No. What is supposed to be is Biafra referendum. Because in Biafra referendum lies the freedom of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. In Biafra referendum lies the freedom of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. You cannot free MAZI Nnamdi Kanu without Biafra referendum. That is not freedom. That means you have endangered his life. You have endangered his life more than ever. What type of freedom do you want for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu? I am asking you. What type of freedom? The freedom each of for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. The one that he will get today. He will be running up and down, hiding from one place to another. hiding from one country to another. Hiding from one country to another. He cannot move freely with his wife and family. He cannot even enter a restaurant freely to eat. He cannot even walk from place to place without hiding because his life is in danger. That is the kind of freedom you want for him. No, that is not freedom. That is not freedom. If you want MAZI Nnamdi Kanu to be free, civil disobedience need to be implemented. Economic sanctions need to be implemented in Biafra land. We need to demand for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu release. We need to demand for Biafra referendum because Biafra referendum is the only thing that will give MAZI Nnamdi Kanu freedom. The reason why there is no international community speaking today in Biafra land about Biafra is because we are not doing anything that will attract them to speak. Go and check the part of the world where they are speaking. The people are not sleeping. The people will force them to speak. It's the people of the Biafrans are the people that will force the United Nations to speak about Biafra referendum. They cannot speak through court. They cannot speak because they are going court because they believe in the rule of law. Since you have succumbed, you have surrendered to follow the law, they will leave you because they cannot interfere in Nigerian courts. Nigeria is an independent country which have their independent judiciary. So when you want the other communities to come and talk about you, you have to take it away from that judiciary. You have to stand on your ground, make your demand. When you make your demand, you request, you pursue it, you ask for your freedom. Everything that has to do with the zoo, you cut it off. Cut all of them up. For you to know that Biafra is fast approaching, you have to be sure, taking care of your land. Every natural resources that is coming out from Biafra land, you have to be in total control of it. When you are in total control of natural resources, when Biafra, if Biafra we seize the natural resources that is coming from Biafra land, the world will be forced to speak. Because it will affect them. Is there any foreign country that made up the world power today that don't have their own company that is drawing oil in Biafra land? There's none. All of them. France have it. Britain have it. Germany have. Italy have. I mentioned but few. Belgium, all of them have. China is now coming. China is coming. Now, how can you involve them? Stop them from taking the crude oil. Stop the crude oil. When you stop them from drawing that oil, when you stop the Chinese from mining stones in Ebonyi State, you stop France, England, and everybody. Those pipelines, you take it away from them. Their goods, it will affect them. Everything they are doing, it will affect them. That is when you will know, yes, you are doing something. If you don't want to do it in that way, do you think that when it's like we want freedom, but we don't want to pay a sacrifice? You want freedom, but you don't want to give something. You need freedom, you don't want to pay the price. Do you think that freedom is given in a platter of gold? No, of course. Freedom is not given like that. You fight for your freedom. You do everything for your freedom. You sacrifice. It's through your sacrifice you will know if you get your freedom. You cannot just sit down and they will now call you, okay, you have won the case. Come and get your freedom. Before you will be seeing freedom, you will see the stoppage of campaign. Do you know that if we keep silent at a time when 2023 campaign will heat up, you cannot call for sit at home? Because if you call for sit at home, people are coming out to do campaign. When the campaign will hit ground, most of people will forget MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. How? There is hunger in the town. What they're about to start is not Anambra election. It's not Imo State election. This is a general election. When they tell you general election, not one person, not one group is bringing out money. Let me tell you the reason we need to act now. Before presidential campaign, there is a Senate campaign there, House of Representative campaign, Chairman campaign, House of Assembly campaign, governorship campaign, then presidential campaign. All this campaign, each and every one of them will bring out billions upon billions. And the Tinubu is coming out, the bullion van man is coming out. You know the kind of amount of money these people will bring out. The people you're supposed to use now to demand for freedom, these people will buy them because there is a hunger in the ground. There is hunger in the land. It's very hard now for some family to see 4,000, not to talk of when the people give them 100,000, 1 million. They will can you see who have never seen 1,000 naira in a week. You will give 50,000. The person will not be listening to you again. Our people don't get it. It's not all about coming. We have silenced them. We have done this. No. Think. Where is your destination? Where are you heading to? What do you want? What type of freedom are you pursuing? What type of freedom? I'm asking you. How can you get your freedom without a sacrifice? How can you get a freedom without pain? How can you get a freedom without suffer? How can you get a freedom without doing like this? How can you get a freedom without crying? How can you get a freedom without tears? How? I'm asking you. How can you get a freedom without blood? Guys, you will be inarticulate. How can you get your freedom? I'm asking you. Freedom is given. So that they give freedom. Now the whole world never gave freedom. Freedom is taking, not giving. You pay a price for you to get freedom. That is why MAZI Nnamdi Kanu come out and tell that he will sacrifice anything that is sacrificable. Now, he have sacrificed his mother, sacrificed his mother-in-law, sacrificed his father, sacrificed his cousin, sacrificed many IPOB members. He has sacrificed many, and today he has sacrificed his own freedom of movement, freedom of association, freedom of free speech. He is suffering today in DSS custody. That is price to pay. You that claim that you love MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, you that say, oh, MAZI, I cannot do without MAZI, and with this and that. Where are you today? Where are you today? Where are you today? That is why you need to ask yourself this question. Ask yourself this question. What are you doing to free MAZI Nnamdi Kanu? Is you only, I love him. Oh, MAZI, I love you. How can I love MAZI Nnamdi Kanu give us freedom? How can I will do anything for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu with mouth? How can it give you freedom? How can you achieve freedom with such words? Saying a word without action. The reason why this Fulani Janjaweed continue to rule Nigeria is because they never calculated the loss. They take actions. Because even in economics, the higher the risk, the higher the profit. They know that for them to attain a greatness, they need to risk anything that is riskable. And that is why you see them. See Fulani Mietiala in Imo State telling you that since Ebubagu cannot fight Onongo men, that they, the Mietiala, are willing to fight Onongo men. Why? Because they know Why can't they fight Boko Haram? They know that our people are coward. They know that our people are coward, claiming that we are great people. Our people are strong when you come to do within themselves. But when they come to do with outsider, the Fulani know how we are. That is why they were able to penetrate us. Fulani people that cannot stop Boko Haram bandit are now in Imo State to protect indigenous of Imo. That is Islamization, but you don't know. Have Hanez Ndibo say anything about that? The answer is no. Have any person from the so-called traditional rulers say anything about that? The answer is no. What are we doing about that? Have the indigenous people of Imo Light rise against such nonsense? How can a Fulani man come from all the way from Sahel to protect your land for you, and they think you are safe? You think you can go and sleep with your two eyes closed? Tomorrow, when they start massacring you, when they will start killing you, you don't know how it started. You don't know that you are the one who laid the foundation for them to come in. Because when you allow your enemy to be your gate man, how will you now survive the attack? He will be the one he will just study you. The Fulani are there today, studying every Nkoro in Imo State with the help of the Boko Haram in uniform called Nigerian government, Nigerian police. Your leaders are not coward. You are the coward. We are the coward. Me and you are the cowardice. And I will prove that to you. What step have you taken to stop your leaders not to be coward? Do you know that if the Imolite and Amberians and the Bonyans with the Abians and the Enugu rise up against Hope Uzodinma, the Supreme Court governor, do you know that he will step down? But because we are coward, we leave that for only Imolite. What does that tell you? What deprived the Anambarians and the Enugus and the other part of Biafra land to rise up against Hope? Because we are coward. It's none of my business. How many of the leaders have we taken out to show that we are not the coward? Do you know how many of the leaders in the north, the northern youth, have taken down? And out of fear, the other people will not repeat the same mistake. Are you not aware of that? When you talk about cowardness, the Biafrans are the king of coward. We are the masters in cowardice. Because when the leaders allow them, it's your duty to chase them and the leader out. But you cannot chase your leader out. What does that make you? Who is the leader? How many are the leaders and how many are you? We only have 5 governors in the east and 6 governors or 5 governors in the south, making it 11 or 9 if I'm not mistaken. Then how many are we? And this, let me just say, the whole leaders that made up in the east, let me just rough calculation, let me just say both their traditional rulers and everything, 500 in number. How many population is this 500 in number controlling? How many are they controlling? So the leaders are not the people that are coward. Rather, the Biafrans are the people that is coward. If only 500 people can be controlling over 70, let me use the word 65 million. Let's assume Biafra is 70 million in population, and the 500 people is controlling 65 million or 65.5 million. What does that tell you? It tells you that we are coward. What is stopping the whole pro-Biafran groups in Biafra land not to unite and fight the common enemy? What is stopping them? Everybody want to be Oga. Everybody want to be leader. Nobody want to pay the price. Everybody in Biafra land today want to be a leader, but nobody want to pay the price. That is the reason why MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is suffering alone. Do you know how many pro-Biafran groups we have in Biafra land? more than 23 of them. Everybody want to be a leader, but nobody want to pay the price of a leader. Only MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Everybody want to form for job. Do you think that if the whole Biafran groups, pro-Biafran groups, come together and make one single demand, do you think that the zoo government will not run for their life? But when they are killing IPOB, Biafran National Guard will say they are not our member. When they will be killing Biafran National Guard, IPOB will say they are not our member. When they will be killing MASOP, IPOB will say they are not our member. Biafran National Guard will say they are not our member. When they will be killing Biafran National Guard, MASOP will say they are not our member. Biafran Zionist movement, led by Barrister Muka, will say they are not our member. That is how they are penetrating us. Do you think that if the whole groups want Biafra the same way MAZI Nnamdi Kanu want Biafra, they will swallow their pride and come together? But to tell you that many of them don't want Biafra, they only need money from the federal government. Even if they don't come together, but they are fighting genuinely, they can be able to achieve something. They will tell IPOB, this is the boundary where you will be controlling. Do whatever you want to do there. Don't come to our territory. Make sure that you don't penetrate. Nigerian government don't penetrate you. The day Nigerian government penetrate you, we will come there and take over. MASOP, take over this side. Biafra Zionists, take over this side. BNG, take over this side. The same way Boko Haram and bandits, ISWAP, divided in the north, and they are running their things peacefully. Nobody will surely be enemy. You will not betray your people. You will not betray your brother. When the zoo will be attacking MASOP and IPOB is close to there, IPOB will become an aid, a supporter, and they will help them out. When they will be attacking IPOB, MASOP will help them. When they will be attacking Biafra Zionist movement, they will help them. That is how you now collaborate to achieve that one goal. Because when they ask IPOB, they are fighting for Biafra restoration. When you ask Biafra National Guard, they are fighting for Biafra restoration. When you ask MASOP, they will say they are fighting for Biafra restoration. When you ask BZM, they will tell you that they are fighting for Biafra restoration. Now, ask yourself, why are they not uniting themselves? If they are serious in what they are doing, why are they working with the zoo government and allow MAZI Nnamdi Kanu to be suffering? Do you think that if MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is in DSS custody today, Wazirike is in DSS custody today, MAZI Oji is in DSS custody today, Barrister Omuka is in DSS custody today, all these leaders of this group will be in DSS. Do you think that their members will not be forced to unite and make things happen? Boom. What is holding it? It's hatred and jealousy, enviness, nothing more. What is not the only thing that cannot make that thing to happen is hatred, jealousy, and enviness. Because nobody want to swallow his pride. Everybody want to be a leader, but nobody want to pay the price of leadership. Freedom fighters fighting for freedom. You don't need onyobi na kummiri. You need onyobi obi ahago. That is lion heart. When this person speak, he speak fire. When he vomit fire. When he roar like a lion. Whenever the person is making a statement, even you that is listening from afar, you will be shaking, you will be vibrating, you will be, that is Apato. That is how you know a qualified leader, a lion heart. That is whenever you hear the voice of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu or Radio Biafra, you will be shaking wherever you are. He will tell you, I am MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. That name, the Janjaweed you will hear, they will be vibrating. That is how you know a leader. Not what we have today. That's full of gossiping like women. market women are now men in freedom fighting. Bringing women that's supposed to be selling ugu to become a leaders of freedom fighting organization. How can a man in a woman form lead men with a heart of lions? How can a woman in man form lead lions men? All of them will be misbehaving. You don't need a gentleman in freedom fighting. Freedom fighting don't need a gentleman. What freedom fighting need is a rugged man. Ruggedity is supposed to be our identity. Ruggedity is supposed to be our identity, not the other way around. A freedom fighter is not a peacemaker. A freedom fighter don't call for peace. Then call him, they beg him for peace. Not you calling for peace. You are a freedom fighter. You are fighting. People will be calling you for peace. What will we do for you to calm down? You will tell them, either referendum. The people will decide, not you. You will not say, I will do this. No, you say, talk to my people and listen to my people. Ask the people what they want. The people have made their mind. I am just a messenger. The people send me message. I cannot betray my people. But today, how can a freedom fighter be begging for peace without holding anything, using empty hand to be calling for peace? That is why they are using you to play football. That is why they are using you to do caricature. That is why when you speak, they will say they will laugh. That is why the people that are with you cannot even fear your own words. That is why you see political leaders, they hold the caliber of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu in DSS custody in Abuja for over 6 months, and the person fear allow person in Biafra land to come out and tell that they want president. Because we have sold ourselves one kobo, because we have betrayed ourselves, because we are confused, because we don't know what we want, because we are fools. We don't know exactly what we want. When we know what we want, we will act and we make a demand. That is why when I look people talk, I say, you people make me to believe you that you read history, Those things you read, why are you not implementing some of those things you read about how other countries fight for their independence? Have you asked yourself how Pakistan get their independence? Have you asked yourself why Pakistan we are fighting for their independence? Do you know that the Pakistanis living abroad are paying their money, using their money to sponsor it the way Biafrans are doing today? But do you know that they take action in their land? Because their people know the law. In Biafra land today, ordinary common sit at home on Monday, only once in a week, only 24 hours in a week. We cannot afford that. Now tell me, which type of sacrifice do you think that we can give to get Biafra? Which means if this our generation was the generation during the time of Ojukwu, we will surrender to be slaughtered because nobody want to come out. Do you know that Ojukwu sponsored that very war with his father's money, his own money? The same way MAZI Nnamdi Kanu have sacrificed his mother, his father, and also suffering alone today in DSS custody. And you are thinking about Ogo you will sell. You are thinking about your cement. You are thinking about what you will eat. You are thinking about food. You don't reason. You don't know what freedom is all about. Before any person can sacrifice his or her mother, the person know the meaning of freedom. He know the advantage of freedom. Why you cannot lock your shop for one day is because you don't know what freedom is all about. You must know what freedom is all about. How many groups that will call themselves a non-freedom fighting group, but they will come out and they call the group of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, call the group of Wazirike, call the group of Oji, call the group of Barrister Onwuka, call them on a round table, call their representatives, say, we need freedom. All of you are doing well. You don't need to tell the person that is not doing more better. Tell them they are doing well, but they need to come together on a round table. You need to do something, a collaboration, work together underground. What you are fighting is freedom. You are not a terrorist. Then you share the work, give them. When the person take bribe, his side will leak. People will know you have taken bribe. They will cut them off. Why is that there's not any group doing that? But everybody want to become leader. You want to become a freedom fighter. But you don't have the brain to calculate how to make a move. What is freedom? Okoye Odira, thank you. Thank you for your correction. Palestine. No, Palestine is under Israel. Palestine don't have their independence. It's Pakistan, I'm correct. But thank you anyway. If you are an IPOB member and you are not ashamed of yourself up to this date, you are a fool. If you are an IPOB member, you are not ashamed of yourself the way this IPOB movement is going. You are a fool. You don't know yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself that our own leader who have paid a huge price is being in detention. And all you can come out to say is that we should not pity MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. We should only pray. Mgbidi Jericho that one he chere me na Biafra land. Eji Bible we nie gi we so ga akwụ n'isi na. Every IPOB member should be ashamed of themselves, for they have betrayed MAZI Nnamdi Kanu beyond recognition, beyond human imagination. What is betray again? No, hallelujah, Jesus conquered the world. Hallelujah, Satan, you are in trouble. The Lord reigned in my life today. Is that a freedom? Is that a freedom? Inonana kota freedom naka akubaka. Oya Mgbidi Jericho. Oh that wo Mgbidi Jericho. Oh that wo. Do you have any Mgbidi Jericho in Biafra land? Fight for your freedom. Israel fought for their freedom. Where did Israel? Did the Israelites stay in Israel to fight? Then they move. Do you know the time of Israel? When they declare fasting, both fowl and goat, animal join them in fasting. When IPOB declare fasting today, how many of you are fasting? We have declared 150 days fasting. All of you will go and be eating, talking rubbish. And you think you are fighting for freedom. Do you know the price of freedom? Do you know the sacrifice of freedom? What is killing Biafrans today? What is stopping Biafran today is just three things. pride, hatred, and jealousy. Pride, hatred, and jealousy. That is what is holding Biafra today. Biafra have every criteria to restore Biafra within 1 year. But pride, hatred, and jealousy will not allow them to do that. Because nobody wants his brother or sister to pass him. You want to be on top. You want to be the only person that will be speaking. Maybe your brother no. Why can't you learn strategies from your enemies? Why can't you learn this strategy of collaboration from your enemies? Thank you, Stella Man. Greediness. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is suffering today is because somebody that hates him sold him out. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is suffering today because out of jealousy. Why must it be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? You sworn me. You sell him out. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is suffering today out of greediness. You say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is suffering today out of your pride. Why must it be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? A home. Ihe kwesịrị ime chọrọ ime. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention and people fear. Allow people to be campaigning in Biafra land. If we don't, before international communities we speak about Biafra, before the world we talk about Biafra, we must rise with action. When I say action, an extraordinary rendition required extraordinary measure. Do you hear me? An extraordinary rendition requires extraordinary measure to tackle it. The world can only speak when Biafran rise up and the request for referendum. The world can only come up to talk when Biafra rise up to request for what belongs to them. The world can only talk when the people rise up to ask for their rights. The world can only rise up when the people rise up to demand for their freedom. How do you expect Israel to be the people that will start demanding for your freedom? How do you expect US to be the people that will start your freedom movement? How? I'm asking you. How? You will start doing something before you call for help. You don't, it's like you have never started a fight and you are looking who will separate you from the fight. You will be fighting before you will be looking for help. The person who want to establish a business, you want to establish building material. You have never found any shop, you don't have any money, and you are looking for help. You have to say, I have this, please, can you help me to complete it? We have not started. Why are we calling Israel? Why are we calling America? Let us start. Before you call for help, then you start calling for help. Before you will now attract help. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have succeeded attracting international sympathies. These international sympathizers are waiting for the people to rise up so that they will weigh in and have agreement with you. As it is now, as it is today, the only way the community, any person can come in is when we take over. Why the Biafran is very difficult for the world to talk now is because the natural resources in Biafra land is being controlled by the Nigerian government. And those countries who want to come in, Nigerian government will use our natural resources to bribe them. We are using our own sweat, our own money, hard-earned money to go and lobby. But if we can cut those pipelines and all those things, stop even when Nigeria promised them millions of barrels, we stop it forcefully. They will be forced to tell Nigeria that this thing you promise us, our people are going down. Their head are going down there. They will be forced to reject the Nigerian bribe. They will not know that the people, the right owners of those things have taken in charge. They will be the one to force Nigeria because they know what they are benefiting. They know what they are gaining. When you take in charge, when you make them, you frustrate them from taking it freely the way they are taking it today. When you frustrate Germany, France, London, and America from taking oil in our land, when they put their destiny to everything will be blasted. You will force them to have agreement with you, not the other people. Because at that point, you have shown them that this is my land, this is my territory. You cannot come all the way from here and use what is in my land to be killing me. It's like we are paying for our own debt. We are paying people to come and kill us. We are paying people to kill us in our own land. And you think the world will hear you. How much are you going to pay the world? How much are you going to pay France? That Nigerian government will not pay them times 10? How much do you think you will pay Germany that the Nigerian government will not pay them times 10? How much do you think you will pay London that the Nigerian government will not pay them times 10? How much do you think you can pay Egypt that the Nigerian government will not pay them times 10? Because Nigerian government, the money, everything you have in your land is not from Nigerian government. They are willing to give it any amount they want for them to put you under their shoe. Nigerian government is ready. They will just tell them, in fact, may una put una ship, draw as many as you can. They will draw the crude oil. And they are lobbying 400,000 euro, 500,000 euro, 1 million euro. Why Nigeria will tell them, put your ship, draw oil that worth 1 billion, 2 billion. Then Nigeria no consign them. That is why you see Ogoni today. Nobody is talking about it. What do you want to hear? When you talk, you say, MAZI, who are you to talk? That is why I tell you this. I tell you nothing but the truth. How much do you have to lobby? Who are you lobbying? You think you can meet any government today without Nigeria knowing about it? Do you have any embassy? Nigeria have embassy all over the world. What do you think that their embassy is there for? Is to negotiate everything. Bring contract with them. They will tell you that the oil belongs to Nigeria. Why is it that the gold in Zamfara, gold in the north, why is the gold not for Nigerians? Why does the gold belong to only Zamfara people and they have built everything about there, only the Zamfara? Why? Are you asking yourself this question? You will not. audio ideology. You are 100% correct. Your Europe document, American document, British document are all useless. That is, they have proven to you that if you are not, your father and your mother is not from America, and it's not from Britain, all those citizenship are just nothing. They are useless. Do you think that if MNK, MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, is from America originally, Mama and Papa are from America, do you think that he will spend 24 hours in Nigerian custody without the whole Britain? Even you will see Queen Elizabeth will write letter to Nigeria for his immediate release and transfer to Britain. But because we value their paper, like me, that is why I don't brag with Italian citizenship. I don't brag with it because I know it's nothing. For those of you, Uneneko, e.g. Italian citizen, e.g. Switzerland citizen, you are Britain citizen, you are American citizen, ask yourself, where are they in the MAZI Nnamdi Kanu's case? MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is a Briton, have children, so all his children are Britain-born citizens, including his wife. Why are they silent? To tell you that they know you. A black man is a black man. A stranger is a stranger. An immigrant is an immigrant. No matter who you are. They don't give a shit. The international community can only speak when you take the food from their mouth. The international community can only speak when you cut off that area they are gaining. If not, they are not willing. There is no country that can intervene in Biafra restoration today without them having a concrete agreement, without them checkmating their own advantage, what they will gain. If they don't have what they will gain, they will never come out. They will never join you. They will never. Before any country, prime minister, president, or anything, to mention Biafra, they must know what they stand to gain. Once they don't stand to gain anything, my brother, you are on your own, OYO, or you're on your own. They will never talk about you because every country needs something to sustain their own country. So what are you going to offer? That is why I ask you, use what you have to get what you want. Use what you have to get what you want. What does Biafra have? Biafra has the whole natural resources. How can you use it to get what you want since you are not in charge? You will first of all fight for the being in charge. How can you be in charge of that thing? Implement civil disobedience, economic sanction. Boom, boom, Imabia, boom, 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 boom. They will be crying. You will attract them. They will come to be begging you. But you think you know it all, Mr. Ezonyagwanam. Where are we going? What are we doing? What are we doing? I'm asking you. 7 months, MAZI Nnamdi Kanu have been kidnapped. Extraordinary rendition back to the zoo. What have we done as a nation? What have we done as a people? What have we done as a group of people? What have we done as a country? What have we done to free our president? What have we done to free our Lord? What have we done to free MAZI Nnamdi Kanu? You are waiting for him to die. Have you heard that any freedom fighter died before restoring the nation? Why do you want to make this blunder in your own time? There is no single freedom fighter that died without restoring that nation. Go and read history. If MAZI Nnamdi Kanu die this time, he will die with Biafra. That is why You see every freedom fighter, they run to exile. That is why Ojukwu run to exile, because if Ojukwu had died during Biafran War, nobody will talk about Biafra today. That is why they tell you that every freedom fighter have 3 places to live: exile, prison, 6 feet. 3 places: exile, prison, 6 feet. Exile, the freedom has hope. Prison, the freedom have come to stay, to be restored. When you are in exile, you are fighting, you have started fighting. Then you build that is your nation. When you are in prison, then you will come out with, you go to prison to bring the key to restore your nation. When you are coming out from the prison, you raise your flag. But when you die without restoring, that nation die with you. That is why it's prohibited. It is on record that no freedom fighter have died while restoring their nation. Once that happened, that nation will never have freedom. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu have been in exile. Exile. He have fight for the freedom of people. He have built that country. He have built that nation. He is in the prison now to bring the key. We need to fight for him to have that key, because if we don't fight, he will not bring out that key. We need to fight, because if MAZI Nnamdi Kanu can never, ever be a free man without Biafra restoration. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu can never, ever be a free man without Biafra restoration. God de tuonya. Omu MAZI Achebe Paul MP ezoku bondo one na Biafra land. I say it, and so it is. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu can never be a free man without Biafra restoration. Because when you free him from DSS custody, where will he go from there? Is he Afaruku? Is Afaruku safe for him? Is Afaruku an independent nation? Is Afaruku, do you think that MAZI Nnamdi Kanu will free today and they will allow him to fly back to London? Are you thinking that? Some people think, when some people hear freedom, they tell you, I have been with MAZI Nnamdi Kanu in this IPOB for 1 million years. The question is this: do you have what it takes to be a freedom fighter? Do you think it's all about taking oaths that make you a freedom fighter? Do you think it's all about clapping hand and following MAZI Nnamdi Kanu that make you important? No. What do you have to offer? What do you have to give? What sacrifice can you make? What can you give out? I'm asking you. What can you give out? What sacrifice can you give? What can you do? What actions can you take? Freedom don't need a gentleman. Freedom don't need a gentlewoman. Freedom needs ruggedity. Rugged, intelligent people. People with lion hearts. Men that matters. Men that speak and stand on their words. Men, whenever they rule, fear will be killing you. Other people will be pissing in their knicker. As an IPOB person, you have to be ashamed of yourself for talking rubbish when our leader is in DSS custody, for fighting one another. I love MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. I love MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. The time to show the love is now. I love MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. I can do anything for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. What is that thing that he can do? He is in the net of the enemy. This is the time you will show your regality. This is the time to show how important MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is to you. This is the time to show if truly you love MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. This is the time to show it. Not the other way around. I will be dropping the curtain down here. But I would like, if you have any contribution to make, you can call in for your contribution. Have only 2 minutes and make your contribution, and I will drop the curtain here. The number to call is +39 35 12 95 77 52. You can see it on the screen there. Matters Arising. Go and subscribe to that name you are seeing on YouTube. If you have not subscribed to Matters Arising TV, go there and subscribe. It's my backup YouTube. You can call in. Let's hear your own opinion. Come in. I want to know what you think. What type of freedom do you want from MAZI Nnamdi Kanu? And tell us why the United Kingdom, United international communities are not speaking out. How do you want MAZI Nnamdi Kanu to be freed? What do you want people to do? What areas are we getting it wrong? Freedom is for who? How do you get your freedom from here? What exactly are we doing? What do you expect from court tomorrow? Are you expecting for them to free MAZI Nnamdi Kanu tomorrow? What exactly do you want to see in court tomorrow? Because I am seeing fight tomorrow. I am seeing another adjournment. Okay. You can join and you have 2 minutes to speak because I will end the broadcast. Only 2 minutes to speak. So that I will end the broadcast. I don't want to waste much time today. I don't want to use much time. Just a minute. There is a video music I want to play. Welcome to the program. Sammy Aduga. Are you there? Unmute yourself and go ahead and make your contribution. Sammy, are you there? It's like your network is disturbing. Try to go out and come back again. Let's listen.
Everybody. You get easy and take it there. Now, man, you sit at home Monday. Every day, we're not quasi shop. Every day, we're not roll, not babu shame. Hana just said with a governor, Bobby say, I am to come here. I'm a member. I am a very useless person. I want
get this music, read the meaning into it of man.
Say what Chukwuokike asked me to say. I fear no beggar. If you want to arrest me, arrest me. Ichibuchakwa may happen Mezuzurulawa. Only Monday sit at home. Ghana Papa Eze, the only Eze when I leave. Asini Bewe Eze, Chineke Yanye Eze Sina, Ebe Ndi Eze Papa. Udoga mara mine gosi keboya. Mbempa kataramba. Ndi chesi ka haba Abuja. Kati ya kapopota ya. Erueba hu mande zayu. Mandi nse nozo nayu. Ihe refero nkai. Otiti mara. Obiya mewe jebusi ndi kiezi na libo. Because otiti wana gosi kati ya Nnamdi eba. Let's go. Church,
Hello?
Hello?
Hello. Greetings from here.
Hello?
Loud and clear. Go ahead. Your name and where you are calling from.
My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I'm calling from Arab side, Arab country.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm from Anambra State. But my brother, today is my first time listening to your program, and all you say is correct, 100% sure. But our people, the problem is that our people are taking this easy, forgetting that we are doing with Fulani and the outside. You understand?
Exactly.
Hello, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Go ahead. The word is listening to you.
So the thing is that we have to start, like sometimes now Simon Eber is saying that we start political disobedience, and all those things is in there. If we don't do that, Nnamdi Kanu will remain, our leader will remain in their custody. They are not ready to release Nnamdi. Okay, how do you expect outside to release our leader, to give you freedom? They can never do that. All their problem is that oil, and all they want is where they can never do it. So it's not if we need Biafra, we have to do something great, something that will shock the world, something that will shock them Nigeria. So, but I see but our politicians, people that have money in Nigeria, people are doing their business is moving well. They are not in support of all this our movement. You understand? Many of them don't support. So this is the problem. And if we that are suffering in that country know what freedom, we have to start from all those positions, stopping them, making them know what we want by fire, by force. You understand? From there, they will know what we want, and then everything will go well. But all this one that everybody is talking, this is US to talk, my time, whatever, it can't help. Don't hear it here. If we don't start fighting these people, I want to fight them. If you don't fight them, we can't get what we want.
Exactly.
You understand? Now I'm not going to going court. They will see prosperity. They can even kill. Even their plan is for them to stay there. They can't let Nnamdi go unless people don't act. People act. That is when these people will know that we are serious of what we are talking about.
Exactly.
That's why I believe in Arab people. In Arab country where I am, they try, if want anything they want, they get it because they will ask for it. They will ask. Action speak louder than voice. You understand? Okay, now, if that security work is there, they need more people, we need help. Anybody that will in that color. Some people in America, yeah, they have chance to write reform. Because all these people are talking about, we are talking about reform. You can't fight together. Anybody that knows it, I can help you with them. In order to support our interest security work, for we to get what we want. Because to get action, my brother. All these things we are doing, I don't see any good result. So that's my own opinion, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you for your wonderful contribution. May Elohim bless you and your household. Welcome to the program, Sami Aduga. Are you there? Now, well, whenever you want to speak, your network will be disappointing you. Welcome to the program, MAZI Annie.
My brother, good evening from here.
Good evening, my brother.
Yeah, I am calling from the ground.
Exactly, I have seen it.
Okay. So, my brother, I thank you for what you did this night. We bless God for you, and I followed you from the beginning, and I really had what you are saying. So, but the issue there, I have to say two things this night. One, I want to draw some quote from Garba Shehu. Garba Shehu said that the arrest and persecution of Nnamdi Kanu will automatically end IPOB and its agitation. That was exactly what he said. Now, looking at what is going on, if it is not for the disciple of truth, maybe by now the agitation must have died. And holding our leader for over 6 months, there are things that the government is looking forward. They are trying to achieve that disintegration. They are trying to achieve that drop in agitation. And now, tomorrow, next tomorrow, and 20th is the day that they want to discuss this matter. From my opinion, the government, the court in Umuahia may, in its wisdom, acquit our leader. But the court in Abuja will not. They will postpone this case. They will adjourn this case. Why? Because, from my insinuation, why? Because the government is looking at a way that they will hold our leader so that he will not unite the members again and continue with the agitation. Because to them, they are monitoring the situation closely, and they believe that if our leader is being held down, that the agitation will die down. So do you think that they will just look at all these things and come out tomorrow, next tomorrow, and 20th and acquit him? I'm seeing something that is not going to be possible. The only thing that will make these people to acquit him, both if they want to use a political solution or through justice system, is when there is an action, when the IPOB themselves demonstrate that if whether Nnamdi Kanu is around or Nnamdi Kanu is not around, that they are formidable to carry on the fight. They will look at it and say, this man we are holding, is not our problem. We are holding these people, and this is working strong. So there's no need holding this man. Let us allow this man to go, so that he will go and calm his members down. If the situation did not generate in a way that only our leader can calm the situation, I'm telling you, my brother, it is going to be very, very hard for the Fulani to release him. But if the situation at hand is so difficult that only our leader can talk to the people to stop the agitation, I'm telling you, they will release him today or tomorrow. That is my submission. So what I said now, I said this is my own analysis towards what will happen, because the situation in IPOB already has made the government to understand that the person inside is the person that is holding the struggle. So do you think that if Garawa Shehu, you know that is the person that is contributing a lot in this Nigeria system, is saying such a thing, that holding him will automatically disintegrate IPOB and end agitation? And now the IPOB have not disintegrated and the agitation have not stopped, and you are feeling that they will just release him like that to go. So my prayer is, let them release him. But I know if we don't put pressure, my brother, this is going to be very, very difficult for everybody. So that's my submission, sir.
Thank you, my brother. You are very correct, and I believe in no distance time that action we will start seeing something different, because from next week, this very Biafra of a team will take a new dimension, and I believe so.
Thank you very much.
Like I have already said it, freedom is taken, not given. Nobody can give us freedom in a platter of gold. We need to fight for our freedom, and when we do that, we will get our freedom. And
thank you very much.
I have to wait, because what you just said is 100% correct, and that is the only way we can gain our freedom. I don't expect them to release MAZI Nnamdi Kanu tomorrow, because we are not doing something that will warrant that. Thank you, and remain blessed.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Greetings from here.
Hi, Mazi. Good afternoon.
Good evening from here.
Okay. I'm listening to you now. Yes, we all know that without action, that Fulanis are not ready to do anything about our leader. And look at now, I'm reading from Simon that they have amended the charges. They added whatever, 5 or whatever. But the problem is, I heard at Mr. Joffo the last time that after that the charges they added last, that they have no right to add another one. I remember he said so.
Yes.
So why are they now accepting another 5 to the what do you call it, the charges? That's to show that these people, the evil in them can never allow them to think well and do anything good for our leader. And we, the IPOBs, our leadership, because I will not stop calling them. If they like, let them do whatever they want to do. They are not serious with our leader. They are just joking. Whatever is their problem, it is only them and our God and our ancestors knows what our leadership is doing. You understand? So what I'm saying, they are busy, anybody who say anything, anybody who asks questions, anybody who want to be genuinely fighting for our leader, they pursue the person around. So what are they saying? What are they telling Fulani? So how can Fulani respect us? How can they obey us? How can they know that we are serious with our leader? You understand? So if they added 5 charges now, and the leadership and the legal team just accept it, forgetting that they told us that they cannot add anything from that time again. So why did they accept this one? Why?
What will happen? Issue of a legal team, I cannot jump into it because I never studied anything legal when I was in school. So let us wait until tomorrow and see how it goes, because tomorrow is here in less than 12 hours. Let me just use that. You will see everything.
Yes.
We will know how it goes. Yes. Everything, both the political solution and everything. Tomorrow is here. We will know the way forward from tomorrow. So I cannot criticize the legal team, because they don't have any option than to ask. You have to welcome it, and when after welcoming it, you will now reject it in the law court. Not you must take it to know what is inside, because if you don't take it, definitely that means they will use it against you before the court of law. So you have to take it and go through it. Then when they bring the issue tomorrow, you will not stand on your ground to defend or to reject it and give your reason of rejecting it. So you cannot be rejecting anything without the chief judge. So who are you rejecting it in the front? So it's only they bring something like that. So it's a welcome development.
Yes. Okay. No problem. But I still want our legal team to come out and say something and debunk it as they said before. Let the world know that sitting they added now is not acceptable, even though whether it will be accepted or not, they have to say this is what happened now.
My sister,
then another thing is
there's something I want you to correct you here. The legal team don't need, who are they debunking it to media or to me and you? They don't need to come out and debunk anything. No, they serve them paper. They have to go to court to do whatever they serve them there. So coming to tell me and you that they debunked this thing is as useless as any other thing. So everything will happen in the law court tomorrow. So I don't agree for them to be granting interview talking about MAZI Nnamdi Kanu's case or any step they want to take, because I'm against that. So
yes, because Nigeria is a lawless country. Everybody knows that nothing is working. Everything about there is fraud. You understand? So if that happens, I understand. I hear what you said and I accept, but I'm just saying my opinion. It may not matter. My opinion may not hold any water. You understand?
Exactly.
If they don't have to tell the world that's fine, but it will still put the word in our lap that these people, there's no law in that country. So if you come out now at the last minute, you added things that you said that they said that cannot be accepted before, but that's okay. So what I'm saying now, another thing is that what is the other word? Something now. We remember the first time that our leadership said that any day our leader had to appear in court. People must sit at home. Was it not the first information they gave us?
Yes.
Any day our leader appears in court, we sit at home. So why did they go out now and change it? Because of the local, the one they will go at Umuahia, which people doesn't go anyway. It's only our leader and the legal team that always attend that. But even if we have to go, people have to go to Umuahia. Why did they just not say after the Umuahia, the next day our leader will appear in court to sit at home? Why did they change it around again? You see the same thing we are talking about, inconsistency that our leader has been crying for.
My sister, like I always tell people that I stand for the truth and nothing but the truth, and I always say the truth here. On the 19th, the case on the 19th in Umuahia is just to call result, not MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is not appearing in Umuahia. So they have already judged the case. That case is the case of a 5 billion suit and MAZI Nnamdi Kanu fundamental right.
Yes.
So which they now fix the date to come and read the result. So if you check, Biafrans have never seated at home any day that that case will be held in Abia, in Umuahia. There is no any sit at home. So on that note, there will be no sit at home unless that day is maybe we want to voluntarily on our own do sit at home, but that will be on our own. Then on the 20, there is no guarantee that MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is appearing in court, because on the 18th, tomorrow we determine if there is court on the 20th or not. So that is the reason. If they say that there will be court on the 19th, then that means if MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is to appear in court on the 20th, there will be another sit at home on the 20th. But tomorrow we determine if there is any court case on the 20th.
But all these things would have been spelled out by our leadership and say, if after tomorrow and we realize that our leader will appear in court the next day, people that day we sit at home. Why can't they make things clear for us? Why are we going to dig it out by ourselves and start reasoning and start digging and thinking and say, oh, what if this? My brother, I know what I'm saying anyway.
I know
God
what
bless you.
exactly,
Bye-bye.
and you know how things work now. So
yeah.
So,
people, you are in charge. You are the one we supposed to look at. Tell us, okay, today we don't know what will happen after tomorrow, but if tomorrow our leader has to come back in court, dear friends, we need to sit at home. Make it clear to people. Make it clear. Tell them that. But what I see is that he is always trying to work against people's agitation in their own way. They always work against our people, taking before they say autopilot. But exactly that's what is happening. Our people choosing by themselves to agitate in their own way.
Well, I
so
cannot dictate for the leadership.
Huh?
Someone said that China Samori is on air. Maybe he's talking about that. I don't know. So maybe I will.
He can be on the air. We know what he can say already. So no problem. Okay, my brother. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Say you don't know what you want to talk already. Okay, now hello. Gerard Obi. We have another caller here. Greetings from here.
Mr. M.A.P.
Dalo nwannem eziokwu bụ ndụ one.
Yes, okay, Kereme.
Udo Bashu, Kulubelt, name.
Okay. Dalo, I like your work, the way you are analyzing things and the way you are doing everything. I like it.
Thank you.
But anyway, I have one question, my brother.
Go ahead.
Nnamdi Kanu, when he was here with us, he set up a structure, right?
Yes.
And some people are not following exactly the principle and ideology that he created. You understand?
No.
So what I want to now say, you are a very strong member of IPOB with all your efforts, all your support and everything. But in the recent past, you joined the people that are attacking that same structure. So my question now, Bo, is that the right thing to do? Because when I heard your name as people that were expelled, I felt bad. So, but now, when IPOB gives order, you join Simon Epa and other people that are fighting the leadership to be giving counter order. My brother, are we moving forward or are we moving backward? It's just a question.
Thank you very much. I love people that will be bold like this to ask a question the way they think. But for me, I can categorically tell you that MAZI Achebepo have never countered any order by the leadership. If I do,
okay,
can you send me the video or just tell me the date? Or
no,
even if you don't know the video.
I follow almost all the media warriors. Okay. I can tell you who is saying what.
Okay.
Now,
the question before you go ahead, please.
Wait, my brother, I'm coming.
Okay, go ahead.
All this mess we are seeing in IPOB today started from Nelly of Fuebu. And the problem is probably there's something that Nelly of Fuebu could not resolve with this woman in Germany, the finance woman. So Nelly of Fuebu started accusing the woman. From accusing the woman, Chika Doziem did not punish the woman based on what Nelly wants.
My brother.
Nelly, well, I'm coming. Let me give you. I'm coming.
Wait.
So Nelly now started working to patrol China. Doziem.
Wait, my brother.
And he started accusing everybody. So Simon Epa is dancing to the tune of many
Listen
people.
to
Why are
me.
you following Simon Ekpa? When you
Don't
see that they
allow
are
me. Don't allow me to cut
the
you off.
leadership.
Don't allow me to cut you off.
No.
Listen to me if you want
You
to
are free.
discuss.
It's your show. You can cut me off, but I'm telling you the
Listen
truth.
to me. You are. If you want to ask question, you ask question. If you want to be shouting without getting answer.
No. My brother, I'm not shouting. You asked me a question, and I'm telling you that
No,
you are supporting those who are attacking the structure. So why?
Listen.
Is a
With
question.
your statement here, you say that if the leadership give order, that me, MAZI Achebepo, will counter the order. Please, can you mention one order that DOS have given that MAZI Achebepo counter?
Example, you support daily sit at home. When DOS say sit at home has been cancelled, you clearly support it in multiple videos. You support sit at home.
Okay, I support
I
sit
watch
at
your
home.
program.
I don't deny that.
Yes.
Is that a counter order?
It is a counter order. The leadership says no more sit at home, but you propagate sit at home.
Okay.
Are you not countering the order?
I'm not countering the order. Listen, why I say that I'm not countering the order, because I need everything that will bring MAZI Nnamdi Kanu out. The question I want to ask you now is this. What are the reasons why they canceled the sit at home?
Okay, fine. Nnamdi Kanu, they canceled the sit at home because they got information from Nnamdi Kanu that it is going to work against the struggle. The DOS initiated the sit at home, and Nnamdi Kanu now gave counter order to what DOS said, and they obeyed Nnamdi Kanu. So why are you not obeying the DOS? It's simple, my brother. We analyze all these things. We want everybody. Let us move together.
Like you said, Nnamdi Kanu never counter any order given by the DOS. Listen and listen.
Oh.
Let me tell you one
thing. I'm listening.
Because
I'm listening.
I wish you can click the link. I will be looking at your face so that I will know when you talk lie and when you compose it.
My brother.
Wait.
Go ahead, I'm listening to you.
Listen.
You are not a psychologist. My face has nothing to do with what I'm telling you. I'm giving you the information I know, and you know it.
Listen attentively. When you say someone counter order, if DOS give order of sit at home, and you see me counter it, that means it's a counter order. What is counter? DOS give order. They are the one who counter the order by cancelling it. That is counter. So everybody needs something to be doing so that MAZI Nnamdi Kanu will be out. And we see that is it. Wait, allow me to finish. And we see that the only thing we can do to restore Biafra and MAZI Nnamdi Kanu to come out is by sitting at home, or which is civil disobedience, because we cannot come out to protest because of killings and the shedding of blood. So, and we see that sit at home, Monday sit at home, is yielding fruit. The first time they did it, it yielded a good fruit. Then the second time, they cancel it. Every Biafran say no. Biafran carry it on their self. They now start doing it on their own because they want their leader to be released, which everyone is happy with it until the leadership now say, okay, they have cancelled it. When the leadership cancel it, everybody starts. In fact, without any explanation. So because of that one, I myself say that since they cancel it, what are the reasons? There is no reason given to me. The only thing I hear is the different. Wait, I am coming. Different people, some say that we have demanded sit at home, some say we have gotten a lion's share, some say that they have resorted to political solution, some say that they have agreed to free MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. End of the day, MAZI Nnamdi Kanu come to court. There is nothing like free. Now, we all moved on. Nobody talk about the sit at home again. Then the same leadership come out again and tell us that there will be no election in Anambra State and 5 days sit at home with the hold.
Okay, brother. Can I have one question?
I am coming. You are free to ask your question. when I'm finished.
Okay.
Now, MAZI Achebe Paul.
Okay.
Wait, well, everything I'm telling you here, go and confirm it. Go to Radio Biafra, you will see it. I called on Radio Biafra, and I contacted the person that anchored the program is Jonathan Chinedu. And I asked if there will be election in Anambra State or not. He said to me that I should wait. He have an answer. He will answer me with music, with a song. I said, okay. But if you listen to Radio Biafra, you will hear my voice there. Then he played to me, onye 2 vote or Lavugwausa, no election. Onye 2 vote and Lavugwausa. As an adult, when you ask question, if there will be election, then play that music to you. What does that gives you? The answer is that there will be no election. And after he played the music, he asked me, have I answered your question? I say yes. Then I said, okay, I should go ahead and start campaigning down no election. He said, my brother, go ahead and do your broadcast. So I started campaigning no election, sit at home until they come out and they cancel the election. After they cancel it, I still tell Biafrans, I made a video, go to my platforms, you will see it. The reason why they cancel the election is for Biafrans to take the law into their hand by avoiding the election by themselves. I defended DOS in that very video. In my working place, I come home, I do another video. Then China Sanworu come on Radio Biafra, say that any person who campaign for there will be no election is not an IPOB member. He's a criminal. He used all manner of abusive words. Then I now say, no, this is not how to do something. Even when we call and they tell us to continue with the such program, you shouldn't come on Radio Biafra to label us that name, which I later call again on Radio Biafra, and I asked China Sanworu, why did he use that word? That before that I'm among the people who do so thing. I didn't hide it. Go on Radio Biafra, you will see it. And I say, why do you use such a bad word on the people that campaign for election? And he asked me if I'm among. I say yes. And I say, before I continue, I called Radio Biafra, and Radio Biafra tell me go ahead. He said that not everything I hear on Radio Biafra I should take. Go and listen to it. Then I say that MAZI Nnamdi Kanu ask us before we do anything we don't hear on Radio Biafra, we should not believe it. He said MAZI Nnamdi Kanu did not say that. Go to Radio Biafra and listen to the program. I called. So I say, are you now calling MAZI Nnamdi Kanu a liar? He said that if we are taking everything MAZI say, which means when MAZI Nnamdi Kanu said that if we found him, we didn't see him, we should burn the zoo, he mean another thing. So all these things are the things that make people to get angry. You cannot give person salt and invoke water to follow the person. So when person tells say MAZI Achebe Paul counter, where did the MAZI Achebe Paul counter? Okay, you want MAZI Nnamdi Kanu to be in DSS custody, and I will fold my hands without looking for solution or without saying solutions. What we bring is an ideology. Nobody counter order. When you say counter is when someone give order, you give your own order. Okay? That is when I bring my own idea, like what I just said this evening. That means you will say I am countering again. Because I say that we need to do something. So know the difference between attack and when someone bring idea. So ask your questions.
I like your explanation.
I will answer you.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that education. But I want to ask you one question.
Go ahead.
What makes you believe that the order did not come from Nnamdi Kanu to cancel it at home? How do you know it's not from Nnamdi Kanu?
What makes me not to believe is when you listen to the in-law of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, which they call Joshua, that is marrying princess.
Okay.
He said that DOS is not in charge of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu legal team. That the person that is in charge of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu legal team is Kanu Takanu, which Kanu Takanu come on Radio Biafra. On a Kenga platform to say that DOS is not in charge of IPOB legal team. That the person that is in charge is him, So, and the in-law to MAZI Nnamdi Kanu called on Kanu Takan to use the name of legal team to write letters to sack some people in IPOB, that he have been doing that. Go and listen to the video, which he also mentioned my name in that very video. So that is the reason why I now question who is in charge of IPOB.
Yeah, my brother. So the thing is, when the information came from the same lawyer that Nnamdi Kanu says Simon Ekpa should be given a slot to be broadcasting in Radio Biafra, everybody believed the information came from Nnamdi Kanu. How come before Nnamdi Kanu gave information through the same channel that sits at home, BOS initiated should be cancelled, and it became a now problem? So if we follow the trail of all these things, if you follow the trail, you will see that many of our people have derailed because of miscommunication. And the best way, you're a very strong IPOB member, I believe. I'm not an oath member, but let me tell you, I'm more passionate, I'm more dedicated than so many people that took oath.
Why are you afraid of oath, my brother? Since you are more passionate than the dead, why didn't you take oath?
Calm my brother. We are not fighting it. I'm suggesting.
Why didn't you take oath? Answer me first.
As a strong member that you are, write apology letter to DOS and get reinstated, because it is a shameful thing that your name are among the rebels that they were fired.
Okay, can you answer my question now? Why are you afraid to take IPOB oath?
Afraid to do what?
To take IPOB oath. Why are you not under oath?
No, that is not even nothing like afraid.
So why are you not under oath?
Do I lie to you? No, listen to me, my brother. There's nothing like being afraid to take IPOB oath, because I have not been opportune based on, I don't want to disclose my location. Where I live, yes, there's a unit. Right now I'm in the United States. I live in Canada. But I'm telling you, my work is here and there. Taking oath is something that I will surely do it once I get the opportunity to do that. But I'm telling you.
So where are you now? Where you are now? They are not oath.
Some of you are derailing. Some of you are derailing. You are among the rebellious people. It's disgraceful that you that are supposed to know more about IPOB is challenging the structure Nnamdi Kanu put on ground.
My brother.
Because you don't like what they did. No.
My brother.
They initiated it at home, they cancelled it at home, and you are following Simon Ekpa, who is not even a member, to be countering their order.
Listen. Let us discuss maturely, because I love people that discuss mature. When you are talking, I'm listening here.
I'm listening.
Now, listen. Since you are passionate about IPOB, like yesterday, I see Mayor defending US and he is not under oath. Why are you people who are so passionate and all these things? Why didn't you people first of all go and take oath and also be updated with your monthly dues?
My brother, the point we are saying is not about oath.
No,
you are debating from the point.
The point here now is that you have to be under oath so that
why are you fighting the leadership of IPOB? Forget the oath. Why are you fighting the leadership even as an oath member?
No, why will I forget the oath? Because if you love MAZI Nnamdi Kanu the way you claim, and you love this structure, you have to take oath.
You are just talking outside the point. You are talking out of the point. The point is, why are you fighting the leadership?
The point here now.
I can say the oath the next morning.
The point
I can
here
say
now.
oath tomorrow morning. Forget about oath.
Mr. Man, the
So
point here now.
When you take the oath, when you after the structure, is it not disgraceful?
The point here.
We are talking about why were you expelled? So why were you expelled from IPOB?
My brother, the point I want you to answer me now is, why are you afraid to take oath up till today?
You see, you are just gradually running away from the question.
No,
I asked you.
You have not answered my question. You have not answered
I can even tell you that I'm an oath. Wait, I can even tell you that I'm an oath member.
Which means,
I can mention the name of the chairman of the unit where I live.
Which means, okay, why are you lying to me?
Stop running.
So why are you lying to me?
No, I say I don't want to tell you lies. Stop running away from the truth. So even the questions in the IPOB, because you are rebellious.
The reason why Nnamdi Kanu is in prison is what you are attacking. You are attacking that reason. Then your phone will brainwash you. People attacking Nnamdi Kanu.
MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is not in the prison because of IPOB structure. That is the problem. You see, me, I love people to call in and expose themselves. Yesterday, Mayor come out. You think a freedom fighter, fighting for freedom is doing saga with women and people like Ahmad, them doing saga. You think freedom is like that? The caller is, he said that why are you fighting the structure? And he's not an IPOB, and he loves MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, and they love the structure, but he's afraid to take oath. That is one thing I cannot understand. You love MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, you love IPOB, you love the structure, and you don't want to take oath because you have a hidden agenda. If this man is not looking for a way to enter so that IPOB will love him, so that he will be looking for anus, he will not be doing those things. He could have taken oath before calling me or before talking anything. But because he is afraid, because he knows that he is evil. I know many of them who are today in a hardcore. Patrick Ikem, for example, is not paying any monthly dues. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello, greetings from here.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Udodi.
Okay. My brother, in a book I'm born in a mail. I'm going out down.
I cannot delay, sir.
In a bumble of my trying. But I'm going to okay, may more, my brother.
Ganiru Gamiana.
Emmanuel, when I don't man on or you buy one of some now, because when we were
Namusubi, but no new book.
Because man on the one name, I know lady of Biafra about Chanua. I didn't follow this since I'm China, Kenya. I follow Beggy since. So I know I'm never na a lady of Biafra about Chanua. No, I forget for Tranandem spell. So because when we were because Bogana na teacher ending. Anything. Kedi course ya kedi hemle eji make that spell because when you were because I'm a mother, hemle di mecha some mothers, but I'm him course kedi.
Dalorin emana issue anu now achọrọ m itinye ọnụ maka na ndị banks na ihe mmadụ na amalọ kialeria. To be honest with you, there is no one crime. Mado ga potata shigi no onyo akeji makia we memu expel na IPOB. Because the only thing mana mu amego bo every call na bata mu amakpoba afa mana nkwuchi anya hachi na ashika nneku then kpobazi afa. Okwota.
Yes, sir.
The first many people, both many coordinators, national coordinators, or pull of webe, apogom sim can join near IPOB media warriors where maybe Simon attack with Nelly of Fable. So Wahana Muno Wembo Mazachebe Paul Anale mad attack, Makana Madu Mebonya attack. Nane me and Anga me yana nga for something engaging me. So and Namua we about the last person in game Simon attack. So she could see me Simon attack. On my previous broadcast, in many of my broadcasts, I could go me simple. She could see me this attack. Now Simon I'm destroying my IPOB. So and for me, I got many broadcasts. She na sit at home, which she could continue. No one can get you with the civil disobedience. In support of that. So the only crime nga say that na all them kama committee how much we now bona Nanjo Chike Doziem Kedonye in charge of IPOB. Na Kanu IPOB legal team. Na Kanu Takanu, which is a brother to our leader. She no the in charge. Obulo Kanu Takano the in charge. Chike Doziem being the head of Directorate of State should come out and tell us that he is in charge, that is not Kanu Takano, and suspend Kanu Takano. So more believe no, maybe from there, but apart from this word now, on well any other crime,
but no preemption can go to big when I put my brother Diko. Hello?
Go ahead.
Reality because the Yamaha and I judge
exactly.
So, but I'm going to go to be here. Some let my name leadership attack. Yeah, without any evidence or evidence of them. Nothing I want to do it to criminal and I do it to legal and do it to Kano. Okay, you don't give me a good understand. Futana, he had this guy named Mel. Go she be free as in go she work which in them at never do it no. Number one. Number two. Now, at least so was going to then the trace is the root. But now whereby that guy just named Mendy and no attack for nothing, no evidence, nothing, Bob no after all the program on the MAZI would do it to the criminal, do it to Diego, na do it to Merecano without any evidence, na do it to the Nnamdi Kanu without any evidence. And the UBN and IPOB member, because each of them, he had this guy named Hazy. I'm going to ask my brother.
Negating my brother. Okay, my brother Genti. Imana. Iya you enya kita if we in a tinyoku in a Genti, ego she need the mature. Like this life I know now. Onyo Bonang his own right and his own opinion. Onye choy this stupid or the right this stupid. Onye choy my own right in my issue of this Simon Ekpa. Ghana my YouTube Biafra Unity. Biafra Unity TV. In Egamonti. Got check video me on the 3rd of November 2021. 3rd of November 2021. Nonya kana ponya chelugodu ka iye ja ikenja aka delam nambeda. In Egamonti. So on the 3rd of November 2000 this video, he entitled a direct message to Simon Ekpa. So he na that very message, but in everything on me, all the whole attack in enemy, many DOS attack, mobu many MAZI Nnamdi Kanu attack. Agwa this warning in Egamonti. So after Kambachalia, everything many people now attack Simon Ekpa obido be maybe any attack or can make broadcast normal, but people name me attack. So mem another program what the leadership shanya call what the people name Simon Ekpa attack kakushi made that attack. So the leadership won't have anything like that. So munemu nefelanya onyo na mekwa program ya, but those people continue na make that attack. Mwa abiagom mgbe Simon Ekpa bido ibia me attack. Abiagom na platform Simon Ekpa. He is imbuzo ogabo nyakushi me ndi DOS attack. Ga dey oboni ga watch a program I ga emego ma apia na
I watch them Imre I watch them ya. Izu chala many ajuju. I go to go follow you know I watch them from the program.
Okay. Okay.
If Trajoya many even though Nnamdi Kanu after kita no asina ihon amazing then I think na no when you Nnamdi Kanu apologize.
Exactly. Okay. Onwere be for nsiri okay na attack on the DOS no lazy. Onwege mbochi for na-eme video. Nsi Simon ya continue mewe DOS attack. Okay. Now.
My brother, you try very well.
As a man,
nobody is above mistake.
As a man, as a man, madam detect ilumonye ngeme attack no nye mama attack. Okuwata. Simon Ekpabu ọ na-eme nke mụ na-eme nke m. So until mfu the reason ga-eji me attack. The reason kpata na meme ho Simon Ekpa attack. There is so many ashiri in different corners, which onwebeho any person put a clear everything or no question from the leadership. Because first, anything na radio Biafra, and may believe here. Because I believe in that word, MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Anything in na radio Biafra, I don't believe it. So, even the door. Okay. Go ahead.
Not the Gaka na this struggle. Exactly. Not the Gaka very well, and equal same many things in Ghana this struggle. So I'm talking. I'm not going to Biko. Organize taking Makachuku, but Maka lobbying whenever man Nandika because man everything they make it an Abu Hamakadio, it's not Nnamdi Kanu, and in the no. Exactly. I'm going out. Each check a number, if no Nigerian number candidate bogey. I want no attack for too much. Indi no attack for too much. So money honey just not Brian Bani, the number kind one country. Because if I'm not getting the leave many things on Charon, with women with bottle no never. But I want no my behind the face. I'm going out my brother. So I'm my phone go me. Yabunia. Let bygone be bygone. Can't forget everything. You see, heavy Kobara. I'm not going to force. I'm going to have to give you. I'm going to by your own wish. I'm going to signal by your own wish.
MAZI.
All your own wish. I'm going to signal by your own wish.
You could be lazy, but when that from Negamonti, Negantica, Akowayem, because each one of the Gakowalonia, you home me. Well, look at you guesting can guest. So, one can check a Malum will uzi gabata from anywhere, Munekwa my offense. Because in a young by alone, he got one him alpha because Mpohana, she had Ngwabay alone. What of Adjum Kayebu my offense? Kayenga Wahab Nnamdi when you were.
I don't get your offense, Shina. They commit to go, but they have no one have to get more any that is because you go from he can go on one and it is your guy, but him gonna struggle and they go too far.
DOS putana see that Namaza Chebefo Nia no have offense or commit. Mbu okay. Namaza Chebefo Lilego. Okay, Namaza Chebefo Lada monthly dues. Okay, Namaza Chebefo. May home mbu enwere ebe ikpo okwu afa definitely ngama obukwala na mmeri ya ngayo mbayal ma obu na memehie ihe there you don't expect me to be apologizing enu because amalo mebe ebido ị ga-agwagodu m ihe me ị ga-agwa mmadụ nji anya before to mmadụ nga ị ga-amiyo ị ga-agwanya ihe ome so now for now nga ha agwa gị na onweghị nọ na IPOB na include so that chike dozie m bie ga-agwa gị na ihe oji maka ya wee saa aka Paul yesterday onwe one person bata na my program nju anya ka ihe eji maka ya wee saa aka m oshi na ihe eji maka ya wee saa aka m bụ na mapụtala okwu ebe nkwụ na nnebe nkwụ dị side nju anya ma IPOB enwe two group oshimba nsi okay ka ị ga-eji wee na-achị m nkwụ ebe a nkwụ ebe ni na IPOB enwelo two group which means mụ anwebe homboshi mpụta see that na DOS and will write anything. In me some people, Imana yesterday, Obuni watch a program yesterday. For now, many people watch there. All their mind, but I put yesterday camp about DOS, this, DOS that. Actual game.
No, you behave maturely. You behave maturely.
So for the actual game IPOB, EM1 a chebo can malo the reason because Madi acquire the reason. Then we before your mind. Or none no kita. And can I check and malo the reason? I'm the reason. So I'm here and on your can my broadcast, everything in the men and my broadcast Ian went from Radio Biafra. Man, in terms of attack, Madam Agam many person attack. Because on your year, Imam in a catalaba dishimuna mat, in again on your dossier. More blaming.
But with this man, bro, man, na family MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. No, I'm left right, Biafra that.
Mbeneli could that oku. Mbeneli make it that statement. Mbeneli make it that statement. Na MAZI Nnamdi Kanu family is evil. Video against it. Got check here and that type of that any person not involved MAZI Nnamdi Kanu's family, irrespective of what you are fighting, is unacceptable. Ghana my Biafra unity gafia. Kowa Sophia, that na MAZI Nnamdi Kanu wife.
Number
Gabia Kowa Ngwe Kaya Ghana Biafra unity gafun bemeli attack. So what the any person know anything about the MAZI Nnamdi
number one, number number one, no. And count number one, number two. Mgbe Samuel Ekpa na say DOS Nnamdi Kanu without any evidence. It is support of Samuel Ekpa.
I do in support of Simon Ekpa because I put am na Simon Ekpa's program. Joanya say Obona DOS bu criminal. Nyakpo alpha the person. Nyakpo na DOS name. Ghana Simon Ekpa program. Not fear there. Na DOS is so. Nyakpo alpha the person.
My brother. Imana man na Western world that no. Because for our sake, no for that things for our own sake because I go by a hanachi was kitano. The happen at Kotani fight a common enemy. And then man the worst enemy I want kita enemy. About na blog na program ga e check about number get for one we have my first time. So I like it. I'm in Wabiko. I got to one on. You know what, man? I like Nnamdi Kanu of man, and then my family I like one thing can son Nnamdi Kanu because even an Igbo. Oh, I know first born, when second born. I like Nnamdi Kanu laugh on as of man. So, whereby now somebody have to be na singing and you know what? Get I do go mature. You have none of what get on. You must need the evidence. You need the evidence. You do pas sure of you. At least you know what gives the one you do pas sure. I do not get defending warrior. All the character know in a and deal as I go give him and the mega spare. Because I live in Africa about give him. If you need to fortune, he dare young buyer like on here.
Exactly.
I will need the fortune, I dare young buyer. But after no bag him. So near me and now Sikitan my beacon. Kama Kayashim and we have no one here. I had dozen. No way he maybe I had dozen.
Ian will keep wagging all this issue.
Him not wagging hand wow. Now after one day, a forget being a made you attack direct. Don't be for one day in a kubu, be not continue sit at home. But I'm going to my brother. The negative truth to be now. Most of you time when I village, no unemployment. This country is done now. Some of us, after like this, some of us are we borrow. Some of us now, okay, if like this, young okay before you can we go. Check your young one and young young and young. I continue to make it at home every day now. Time to come now. I do an ocean. I do ocean.
Mazen, when Mickey you go first. Or did you get restore Biafra without sit at home, without civil disobedience, and without war?
I restore mba I have what but the main point is to get on our war. Sometimes I'm an idea to stone of Biafra. But the anything civil disobedience about a quande flanny, about a quanda also. But the only to make a war, and I do time of war, upon your in a general war. Now, no make a war. I okay one who pay time we are about the war once and for all.
My brother, my brother, in well idea now during the time of war, now civil disobedience and the sit at home have been activated.
Okay, during the time of war.
In well idea. Okay, can so you man anu oguna na ngi wana akwa we buy run ma jesi kwa di we buy run gi wana ice cream ka ya jele the ice cream
mba ice cream
okay yefulia mgbazi inolugo n'uno o igbabazi osondu go oria
exactly
so civil disobedience when you say civil disobedience now you need ije war ihe ga-eme bụ civil disobedience ọma bụ 1 year ọma bụ 2 years only 1 week alone ihe need bụ draw the attention of the international communities then ha nwa ajụwazi ese gịnị na-eme mgbe ha jụwala ese so a block in every day. So that is what we are calling. So unlocking without civil disobedience or economic sanction, managing our war, we are not ready to fight war, my brother. International community but now just not batting. But ni hem implement kita na echi onye ọbụla ụla. Hello? Kwuo ihe dị a ndozi up na ya akpataghị nkata aka. Ngana, thank you very much. Next time now. Udo dị, inwe ike ịkpọ m after. Ngana, thank you very much. Udo. Nga bịakwa end this program. Wow. Achọbụla ọkwanụ m receive call tata. Hello.
Hello, Maazị Achebe.
Maazị Mgbe.
Kedu ka ị mere?
Udo. Biko ị nwere 2 minutes to speak and enwelozi m time biko.
Ngwa nsogbu adịghị. What I just want to say is that some people don't believe that if somebody is under attack, that he has the right to defend himself. In this case, I'm talking about Simon Ekpa. The truth of the matter is that, you see, let me just build this background. Some people do not know that some of the people following Simon Ekpa, or even Simon Ekpa himself, but I don't want to speak for Simon Ekpa. I just want to speak based on what I know. Some of the people following Simon Ekpa, Nsima, Faith Okala, and some of them who are very close to the media part of Simon Ekpa, they don't like you because some of them, they even think you are fighting against Simon Ekpa. GOS, in the other hand, some of their followers are thinking that you are fighting against GOS for Simon Ekpa. None of them understand what you really stand for. And you see, I'm just saying this. In fact, before I continue, I am MAZI Emeka Obioha. Okay. And I'm calling you from Germany. Okay? Okay. None of these people understand that it is almost where you stand is where I stand. I don't care if it is DOS. I don't care if it is Simon Ekpa. I don't care if it is anybody. If you do what is not good, and inside my personal judgment, I see it that is not good, I will come and deliver that my personal judgment, that in my own judgment, this thing is not good. I give you an example. When Chike Dozie made a broadcast saying that they will activate international protest. I was the first person who came out to support it. And in that support, I also said that protesting in abroad without protesting or doing anything at home, because a time will come where people will ask, but in your place where you are complaining to us that something is happening, that there is nothing happening, if we can put that civil disobedience that Samuel Ekpa, is fighting for, or this economical sanctions that Samuel Ekpa is fighting for, if we can combine two of them, we are doing the one at home and we are doing the one abroad, it will give more fruit. Some of the people who support Simon Ekpa, they say, I am sent by DOS. Could you believe that even day before yesterday, was it yesterday or day before yesterday, when I asked Nene Ofebu question on a program where she went, on Faith Ogana program, the question was going smoothly until a time I came with some tough questions. Do you know it was changed that I was sent by DOS? Because whenever you say truth, some people... My brother, there is no two camps. For me, there is no two camps. The camp we have is Biafra. IPOB is indigenous people of Biafra. That is our camp. Everybody. The person that called you and said that he trekked from USA to Canada, he trekked from Canada to US. That is why he didn't take oath. You see, it was that guy that talked about oath. You never talked about oath. It was him who said, even me, I'm not an oath member of IPOB, trying to use it to, I don't know what he's trying to use it to achieve. Before you ask him, why are you afraid to take oath? So that guy that talked about that oath, what he doesn't know is that even if you are oath member or a volunteer, some people don't know that being an IPOB member means you are a volunteer. That everybody is an IPOB. Everybody is an indigenous person of Biafra. Myself as Amir, I am an IPOB member as a volunteer. I am under oath and I pay my dues. I have not been sacked today, but I may be sacked tomorrow. And if it happens, it cannot come to me as a surprise because I have called for Chikedoziem to resign. Why did I call for Chikedoziem to resign? It's because Chikedoziem is supposed to bring unity in IPOB. You cannot inherit IPOB that was running like a well-oiled new engine. Then you return it under 6 months to what it is today. Imagine what will happen in 6 years to come. Imagine what will happen in 1 year to come under this condition. That is why I say Chikedoziem should set a 9-man panel to address the problem. If this was okay, this is my problem, it's okay, no problem. This is how we do it. This one we say, this is my problem, we say, okay, this is how we do it. You bring everybody together because leadership comes with a responsibility. If you cannot lead the people and unite the people, what is the basis of your leadership? Because the failure to unite the people is a failed leadership. It's a signal that you are not qualified to be a leader. When Chinasa went of Radio Biafra and started talking, calling our women, Biafra women, some sort of names, I was the person who said, no, this type of leader who is a part of DOS and the public figure in DOS should be suspended for using this kind of word on Radio Biafra. I'm not saying it because I hate anybody. I'm not saying it because I know that if you allow this kind of word to continue without doing anything, it will create division. Have we not seen the division today? If the DOS have done what they should do in the first place, when Chinasa word said that word, he said already, we don't take this. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, state suspension. Everybody will know, yes, he has been cautioned. This division we are seeing everywhere will not be there. When they told Simon Ekpa to go and broadcast on Radio Biafra, it was not Nnamdi Kanu that told Simon Ekpa to broadcast on Radio Biafra. It was not Simon Ekpa that said, I want to go and broadcast on Radio Biafra. He was instructed. He was ordered to broadcast on Radio Biafra. Why did you not allow him to broadcast on that radio? Instead of people to give a good example, they started giving bad example. If you are in my company, MAZI, I know I'm taking much of your time, but please, this thing is very, very important. It's very, very important that I want to chip it in, please. If
it was Simon Ekpa that said, I want to broadcast on Radio Biafra. That is a different case. But when it was MAZI Nnamdi Kanu that said, go and broadcast on Radio Biafra.
MAZI, that issue now, you know, everything that is the whole scenario that is playing for good. And what I must tell you, like me, I say it and I maintain my word. I cannot attack Simon Ekpa because onye na-egbu egbu na-ebe obube.
Thank you.
So
he has the right to defend himself.
So as everything is now.
After 5 months of heavy attack against him, nobody came and said, no, stop attacking this guy. But now he started responding. People now are trying to make him as if he's the one who started it. I hate injustice.
Thank you, my brother. I will leave you here.
Yeah, and there is a video I sent to you. Please check it. And I want you to publish that video because it's very, very important. When we talk about that video, they say we are lying. But now we have the video. Let it be published, please.
Okay, I will go through it.
All right. Take care.
Yeah. Now, all this issue, that is playing here, like I said it from the beginning of the issue, that I don't stand with anyone. I stand on the truth. I stand on my own because the issue of Nelly, I don't know where it started. So I will not support issue of Nelly, and the issue of DOS. I don't know what transpired between Nene Anya and the leadership. So I cannot defend what I don't know. Because when you start defending what you don't know, you will die prematurely. Greetings from here.
Hello.
Hello, please, you have 2 minutes to make your contribution. 2 minutes.
Okay, my brother. My brother, okay,
no
because all these things if when I may one day. I'll say I'm okay, but
exactly.
Ileru anya iji anya oke na-ejele nye wee leba anya leru etes ọfụma ị ga-ama ife na-aga na destin ịghọtara. Enwere program imere one certain time gbasatara isima otu ha na this is it a girl or a lady? Or Sophia. Then after confirmation of the program, if I will contact and we see anybody may follow its theme. Oya disconnect away from that. You understand? Even some interview, let him avoid him. Could you know now that Simon Ekpa amamo nelu for ebu Rafael Gafana han live program now. Then in your more machi make that these people how would a plan one day. These people how would a plan and their plan will get it to destroy this family Nnamdi Kanu put in place. Only I just now see that DOS Chike does them resign or Chike does them does all resign or no that place. Or how resign then how resign every as a information or the from whoever just
you have exceeded your time. One question on Charlie Jogibo, the reason you say
my brother, more for me, much reason. But the only thing is when push this sit at home. You understand that? This sit at home, all DOS, all how well that is sit at home, and they take the order came from Nnamdi Kanu, say how they have suspended this sit at home, and the game will have followed.
Okay,
you understand?
How for sit at home,
yeah. Yeah, we name for and another thing that we are as another thing that and you want to watch that Simon mainly of everything is made of family of Nnamdi Kanu and the two kingdom. Simon for one day we condemn Moya. For one day we
Europe, no.
I don't. Yeah, she's still doing up here.
Document gị there,
ọ
bụ na ịnụgo nwunye gị chọọ ịga mee something now, o chefuo document ya, o nwere ike iji your document wee mie.
O nwere ike iji my document wee mie? No.
Ọkwa ma o nwere ike ka ihe o gosi gị. Gịnị ka that thing gosi?
I'm on my own. No way, no way.
Okay. Nelly bụ Nelly, Simon bụ Simon. So Hannah Babylon brothers nke ha ji abụ sister. So you use that word when you get example now. Ihe ọbụla Nelly me attack Nelly on her own. Ihe Simon me attack Simon on Simon. Ọ bụghị Nelly me ihe ị na-eme Simon expect ka ọ bịa mewe Nelly attack. You don't know. Allow me to come because a man that na issue from Anambra State. You get menu your governor ki ejemewa attack. You might be a onye ọzọ expect ka ọ bịa melu attack. So all you know, you don't force person to defend anyone. You have voluntary work ka na-alụ. Voluntary work. So before mother attack, ọ ga-afụ reason. So you might not kata mewe mother expect maka na you know egi feel ni honye ame na ọ dị home then you check amadu niile feel well like that. Mba. I use myself for example. Mgbe Simon Ekpa announce onwe ya no ye broadcast na Radio Biafra. People niile praise there. In Egemonti. So some more Mazi Achebe against that thing. I'm against the announcement. I made a video. She why Simon Ekpa Gejina song. MHM receive a call from one of the US members. Shim guy. I mean, Shimu Kamodan or Blomo Gekuya no how I approve. In Egemonti. More than Muga deleted the video, which I deleted the video. Mgbe Simon Nekwe assign a code of conduct. Ghana the video card na my YouTube. Ghana YouTube, you got for the video there. Agwamya, the video there Agwamya. Obo normal sign IPOB code of conduct. Now get out. The video card there. A delete me. Since then.
Yes.
So manebe mu ano e find was things difficult to buna. First, no kwe ha sign code of conduct. The next thing they know again no blows IPOB. Before you code of conduct or nimalo no IPOB member, which means obo no sign the code of conduct or broadcast without IPOB member. So all these things be here more ashimba. There is a lie somewhere. So that is why I don't believe all these things. Because I believe before anything got put on a Radio Biafra, it must be verified. How long a meeting check in Kenya? No believe you are going to teach in Guabani Hozo one Muabo Ablomu Mazi Guamu Futa teaching in Guami Yozo. Nga cosinate it in years again. Because that is why I get a potassium tat and an Elio Fabu. No, our leader, and now may believe on the reason, but now the first person now, so onye lela our leader come from DOS and onyo palafa Kanu Takanu. So,
one day, Chere, you will leave my brother. You will leave you. Come now, OT no year now. OT no year now. You want to your own brother.
My brother, let me answer you this question like this. Muhammad Achebe Paul, ama menwe. Mana, Okay, man, some people nebunne ha we na-eme ritual. Ị ga-emenwe.
Ngemelite and otu ebulelu. Okay.
Question that is why you ebulu my own. Gwa gị na mụ nwa ma wee gwa gị na enwe people na-use their mother eme ritual. Nwekwa some people even ka ife ume n'Enugu mmadụ use ụmụ ya na-atọ gbuo ha ịtọ tinye na fridge n'ime last week ọ kwefuru ya. So in terms of ebe na-aga ma nwanne nwere ike ile nwanne etinye n'ọnụ that side because nothing is impossible in as far as money is concerned. Mụ ama chitelu Maazị Kanu Ntakanu and mụ amasịkwa nna Kanu Ntakanu merie. So the question na ajụ na
ka anyị were okwu a otu a the boss ịdara because enwere ihe the last thing nchi drop okay one in on long for this struggle. You have suffered a lot for this struggle and they like a little thing because of as how do I put it as in where stay from this struggle. Nye machi gwa gị biko nke nwe ekatu radio Biafra kpọọ to radio Biafra lechie nke nwa wachi be lechie ma nye mere nye ojii mere eji wee stay gị from IPOB lechie ma nye ọjọọ mere ya offense eji wee stay gị from radio Biafra ọla ha nwere ike ịkọwatọrọ gị nye ọjọọ azi iwu itara eji wee stay gị ha kọrọ gị la nke wachi ma ọnwụla anya ha kọrọ gị lọziri then you go on and do what? Apologize. Please.
Okay, Udodi.
Please. No? Okay. Just be one minute. Just ejo ha nyi mere. Me nwere ike ejo ha ụfụ ajụ ka enyi mere nye ọjọọ mere. Maybe I did against a code of conduct IPOB. Eji wee stay gị like your own family.
Okay.
Enye ọjọọ mere.
Okay, now Udodi.
Okay. Thank you so much. God bless you. No? Okay, God bless you. Chishike one. Chishike no?
Okay. Nah, wow. My brother Kwabugo before biko ka akpone again. Ka nzutike biko echi bonu. My brother Chemne Kwabugo before. My brother Kwabugo before biko ka Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Greetings from here. Tell us your name and where you are calling from.
My name is Chinedum and I'm calling from Senegal. Can I go on?
Yes, go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hello, brother.
Go ahead.
Okay, but I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you clear. Your voice is sounding very inside.
Okay, so I hear you now, but I'm hearing you clear.
All right. If I just your broadcast today is good. It's very nice. But you were asking our brother that just called now before me about what you did before that warranted them to expel you out of IPOB. I don't know if I can answer that question.
Go ahead and answer it.
Okay. The question is, do you remember the call you made that day? Chena Samoru
Abayim and MAZI Chinedum were on Radio Biafra.
Yes.
Yes. That day, after that call, though you were sounding somehow contrary to what they were saying, but doesn't mean you are not free to say what is in your mind. But now, after that one, you came out and posted something, said that everybody should at something ignore or disregard anything from Radio Biafra anchored by MAZI Jonathan
I
Chinedu.
Don't take anything that come from Radio Biafra anchored by Jonathan Chinedu serious.
Yeah, something like that. Yes. So that is number one.
But is that
can I move down?
Why did I make that statement? Is because Jonathan Chinedu denied what he said on Radio Biafra. And the Chinasa no, listen, when I say something, I am not lying against somebody, because why I say so is because I called him Jonathan Chinedu, on the same Radio Biafra, and I asked him, during that 5, then I have never given 5 days this sit at home that time.
Sit at home.
They have not announced it. I called him. I said that I want to start my broadcast. There will be no election in Anambra State. If there will be any election or no election, and he answered there will be no election by using plain music on your to vote on Abuga to me. So then after he played the music, and I asked him, so I can go ahead and start my campaign, which he said go ahead. On that very day, he denied it, and you make a caricature of me as if I'm a kid.
Anyway, I listened to that broadcast, but he never said he didn't. That call he called when you called him that day. I was there when you asked him about the election. He played the music to you. Okay. And when you asked him again that day, he hosted Abayim and MAZI Chinasa. When you asked him, and when you said something like that, he never answered. He never answered. It was Chinasa Nworu that said.
No, do you know why I say that? Because do you know why I asked? Because I asked Chinasa Nworu, why did he use abusive words on the people who carried out that campaign? There will be no election. Because Chinasa Nworu come on Radio Biafra to say that the people who campaign there will be no election are not IPOB members, they are criminals. He used all sorts of names to classify them, which I am among.
All right.
So that is why
I the thing there now is, MAZI Chinasa Nworu is someone that he's very, when he want to address things, he used to be very aggressive, just like our leader is even more aggressive than him. So when he is addressing some people now, you may think that he hates those people, but it's anger and that the people don't know what he is doing or what he is passing through. That is why he always raises voice, just like our leader. I can tell you that I have not seen anyone as aggressive as our leader. But I can also tell you that I have not seen anyone as good as our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. But he is very, very aggressive and very stubborn. You see it? So the thing there now is that one, let me leave that one apart. The second one is all the fake exposition of Simon Ekpa. You have been carrying it to your page. You see it?
Yes.
When he accused the DOS.
It's not only Simon Ekpa I streamed before. Listen, like in terms of my page, I build my page with everything I put it on my page. So in that one, if I put Simon Ekpa on my page, it's none of any person's business. Because when I join IPOB, don't detect what I will put.
This one now.
I put both
this
Nigerian
one now
news
is not
in my page. So that one is not you can't tell me what I will put on my page. Even when Nnamdi Kanu was outside, I put BBC on my page, I put Channel TV, I put anything I like, even film, I put it on my page.
Yes,
So
this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that all the exposition, like when he accuses the DOS of selling our leader, you posted, it was live on your page.
yes.
And when he was also accusing the family of our leader, you also took it to your page.
Simon never accused the family of your leader. So when you talk with Simon Ekpa never accused family of our leader. Do you know, use the word family? Do you know what family is all about?
My brother, he have accused Kanu Takano.
Okay.
Yes or no?
Okay, when you say Kanu, that is why how you will be specific. Say he have accused Kanu.
Okay, now, wait. Let me also come again. He have also, haven't he also accused fine boy Emmanuel Kanu?
Have he accused MAZI Nnamdi Kanu's wife?
Oh, my brother, let's talk about his brothers. We are talking. He said it that the family of, just like Nelly Ofebu said, but I'm not linking here with the Nelly Ofebu. I'm not linking them now.
My brother,
I'm just saying what Simon Ekpa himself said.
My brother.
So now,
listen. Let me make it very clear to you. Simon Ekpa have every right to do whatever he want to do. He is not my brother.
Okay.
He is a Biafran. And as an adult, I don't have control over Simon Ekpa. And I cannot tell him what to do or what not to do. And even if he attack MAZI Nnamdi Kanu today, no, allow me to come. You cannot force me to attack him, because when Uche Mefo resign from IPOB, he came Guruagu attack MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Why didn't you people sack him or expel him?
All right.
No, answer me.
Can you hear me?
Answer me. Answer me. I said that when Uche Mefo moved out from IPOB, he came Guruagu attack MAZI Nnamdi Kanu direct. Why didn't MAZI Nnamdi Kanu expel him?
He was attacking MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, saying why did he allow the DOS to sack Uche Mefo instead of him, Nnamdi Kanu, to sack Uche Mefo, right?
I say when he came Guruagu attack MAZI Nnamdi Kanu over Uche Mefo, why did MAZI Nnamdi Kanu not expel Ikenga?
Anyway, I don't know about that, but I don't think he how is it? I don't think he attacked MAZI Nnamdi Kanu directly. I thought he was saying that if MAZI Nnamdi, why did MAZI Nnamdi Kanu allow the DOS to sack Uche Mefo instead of him, MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, to sack? I thought that was it, but maybe I didn't get it very clear.
Go back to the video.
But I knew he had problem with IPOB because of the sack of Uche Mefo. I knew it.
He have problem
and
with
I
IPOB.
also
Listen, my brother, let me tell you, even up till today, do you know that Ikenga is still defending Uche Mefo?
Anyway, that one I don't know. Just like our leader used to say, we like gossip. I don't like gossip. I used to say what I just feel like saying. If you see now, I cannot tell you that I think this person is like this or this person is like this. I don't say what I don't have the facts and evidence.
Listen attentively. Go to the interview that Ikenga made with MAZI Kanu, and they watch how he described Uche Mefo there. So
anyway, maybe if I have chance, I will go and check
it. Which means you are not listening to the others. You only concentrate on me.
But are you aware that there was a time he was suspended from IPOB meeting and IPOB, but everything concerning IPOB? Are you aware there was a time he was suspended?
But what was his crime that time?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, but I knew there was a time he was suspended. Later he begged and he was forgiven.
It's not a concerning Uche Mefo that he was suspended. Go and make your research.
So maybe it's nothing concerning Uche Mefo. So now, what I'm saying here now is that first thing here is that number one thing is that you taking I call it fake exposition. You taking fake exposition of MAZI Simon Ekpa to your page is somehow. And you now,
my brother,
they
don't tell
themselves,
me that one, because I tell you, this is my platform. You cannot, even Chike Doziem, even MAZI Nnamdi Kanu cannot dictate for me what to post on Biafra Unity. Are you aware of that?
My brother,
No,
do you know what you should say now?
No,
do you know what
you
you
aware
should
of that?
be saying now?
Wait,
Because
are you aware
if you
of
go
that?
about this
First
in
of
this
all,
way,
if you don't want
go
to
about this
answer
in
me,
this way,
listen.
you might just.
I don't like you cannot listen. You want to talk with me or another person listen to you. Which kind of sense is that one? This is my page. You cannot tell me who to broadcast there or who not to broadcast. You see, are you people that listen? If you don't want to listen, get out from my page.
Hello.
Hello. My brother, I have 2 minutes to ask your question, please.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening.
So, please, I just want to encourage you and more grace you are able. Just can in a noisy bar. And when just come back there, go
ahead. In 2 minutes.
Don't see it as if maybe there's pay for IPOP. You come for this struggle for a purpose to achieve Biafra.
Simple.
Where your heart is pure, your heart is clear. You stand for the truth, they spare you.
Pure.
See that. Just give yourself more agility to work more harder for what you believe on to make sure Biafra comes. You see, this guy that just called you last now. He said, "Don't listen to gossip," but he's the number one gossipper.
He's a liar, not an ordinary gossiper. He don't listen to
this guy that called you that and say he don't listen to gossip. He don't do this one, don't do this one. He's number one gossip. He sees things you post for other people, but he asks some question. He say he don't know it because he don't listen to gossip. He's number one gossiper. You know, you have been in this struggle not less than more than 7 years or so. Exactly. And you pay your dues, control a zone to gather people. You should thank God that they really say you collect money. Rather, maybe you stand for the truth. Maybe you ask questions. That is why they sack you. Good. What if you are among those that say they collect money, maybe they really collect money?
Okay.
Just give yourself more courage. Push more harder to make sure that our leader come out. That is the rate I will tell you now. Whatever other people are saying. And don't see it as if maybe you are feeling bad. They say for IPOP or something like that. You hear the voice of Nnamdi Kanu come out to liberate their people. Nobody. The people that attack you are not the first people that is in that office. They are not the first. They are not the second. And just you will still continue going. When your heart is pure, that maybe he didn't do anything. I like the question asked the other guy. Why didn't you take the oath? He ran away. He said you are living now, you know those things. Sometimes those people call for gossip, cut them off. Because they never put what you put in this struggle. As far as your heart is pure, unless maybe there is something you do behind closed door, which we don't know. Is that because of maybe you step on it, or because you ask questions?
My brother, if you watch yesterday's program, the first person that called me is one of my members here. His statement is that MAZI Achebepo is a good man, that he never supported evil one day, even in my zone here.
I watch it as deputy.
My deputy even comes. So if
I know
in my unit,
me that is calling you, I know you.
Wait, allow me to,
but I don't want to go more far.
Listen,
you know?
Just a minute.
If there's still because of because of maybe you share some program or because you ask questions, your conscience will be clear that you didn't do anything bad. But if you're trying to answer these people, telling them as if you are begging or maybe no. This struggle, enter this struggle, put your time, put your energy, put your time, put everything to move around. But the story doesn't stop you to focus on the goal. There is a reason why you joined the struggle. And the stay you for IPOP doesn't stop you. Whatever you have to do, this is evangelism, because what you're doing now is like evangelism. We'll keep people's spirit up. It doesn't tell anybody to stop supporting IPOP. It doesn't tell anybody to stop paying monthly dues. It doesn't stop anybody to start, when protests go, you stop people not to go. If you have chance, you still go. They will not push you away.
Brother, thank
but
you for your...
person who have not joined the family, somebody who have not taken oath, is telling you, you are fighting the structure, you are fighting this thing now. And the person is not doing anything, he's not doing anything. And you keep the person keep talking. My dear, Don't give these people much time.
Thank you, my brother.
If they think, if they want to do something, if they want, as they are seeing you, bring them on the video. Let them be talking so you will see them.
Exactly. Thank you.
That is the only thing. That is somebody will just say, or you keep him, you are fighting this. You don't know who give that person. Maybe these people will recharge data.
MAZI, the only thing I will tell you is this. You know, when they announced my sacking a day before yesterday, all they are expecting me is to do is what other people are doing. Once they sack them, they will jump and they enter social media, start attacking the leadership.
No, the only where I will not be happy with you, maybe because they're staying from IPOB, you now start working against what you believe on God. That is very bad. I don't support that one. But as far as saying your heart is pure, and all we are fighting is to make sure that our leader come out and to get Biafra. Good. Whatever you know you're going to do, support any moving trend. Support it. Let our leader come out. When our leader come out, I like one person, somebody that make a call. He said, he said this person to resign. How can they give house that is in unity, in love, on your hand? Within 6 months, everywhere is problem. And people don't ask questions.
My brother, thank you. Let me tell you this word before I will cut you. Before I will drop you. Let me tell you. You see the sacking of MAZI Achebepo. It will affect Italy here. They will not know, because as they sack me, I will not. I will be the last person to come and they are talking DS. No, but let them know that even my deputy and many people, not only in my zone, even many other coordinators, don't they resign, because they know what I asked them. What did I do? Even some of them are asking, what did you do?
My brother, after we talk about this one, when we are not doing program. I know you don't know me, but after.
Everywhere.
Later.
Good. Okay. No.
Have a lovely day.
So you sacking me, it will not stop MAZI Achebepo. Today's program, I never even want to bring issue of sacking MAZI Achebepo, because bringing the issue, what will I tell people when I know that I never do anything? Telling you the truth. Okay, I should stop saying the truth. And for those of you who say I stream MAZI Simon Ekpa, if Simon Ekpa do program, or maybe I want to watch it, because the way I watch program, I will be streaming it. Nobody will stop me from streaming any person I want to stream on my own platform, because that is my platform. I am the CEO of Biafra Unity TV. I am the CEO of MAZI Achebepo. I am the CEO of Matters Arising TV. So whatever I want to do there, I do it. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu cannot even dictate for me what I will do on my platform, because that is my right. So I don't know why people will tell me you stream Simon Ekpa. That's why they sack you. Yeah. Now, wow. Greetings from here.
Hello.
Greetings from here.
Mr. Achebe. MAZI Achebe. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Give me.
Adam, are you going on?
You know. Well, I will usually privately, on platform.
Okay.
I checked from Facebook. Or comment Chief Ezife make maka. Ihe Buhari ku maka Nnamdi Kanu. That Buhari definitely said he will not release Nnamdi Kanu.
Oh, news.
I mean, Ezife concluded. Hold on. Ezife concluded that there is no other alternative. There's no other idea, and that he is disappointed with the way he rubbished the Eastern leaders that came to meet him. Hello?
I'm listening.
Okay. What is your view about this thing? Because, why did you not join the DOS came with? Up to now, you have been asking this question. What is the plan, alternative plan, highway concerning political solution. Because when you are going into an arrangement, you will tell them, okay, you want a political solution, this is what we want. Do they agree? If you do not agree, this is what we're going to do. Gente, I saw it coming. You see, MAZI Achebe, because
exactly.
Let me tell you. Because Nick Wezoku. Emonya Nagba Yuku now. Okay. Moabu Onya when you insulted about 2 days ago or 3 days ago. Because now for me, say lay. Giving you Chianyazo. And they put in compare him with this APC former political leader. I was shocked. I will make pastor who are not in this. Anyhow, pastor.
Because
because
before
yes, in a coup towards you were one way or the other attacking Simon Ekpa. Attacker of Simon Ekpa. Because Nangina Simon Ekpa not on the same track, but you are getting the view differently. Simon Ekpa went to go this thing long ago. But most of you, our tarot.
MAZI edition
no
more.
Simon Ekpa na-ekwu since. Okwanyawa we even make it now.
MAZI.
Take a waggy.
Cello, excuse, just a minute. MAZI, Cello, just a minute. MAZI, Cello, before you the advice. Cello, before you the advice.
You understand my point?
Cello, before you Cello,
once you colonel,
why are you bono?
You got once you colonel, Ezioku. Team up with Indian Kweshoku, then team up and continue.
MAZI.
Did they employ you?
MAZI.
Is it not the same thing they did to Simon Ekpa and Sima?
MAZI.
Yes. Negative.
Because Otega can be the poly there again. Now, Negamonti, none no, enwem spirit more nedum. So, Maho nedum nedumaga. Simon Ekpa, more, Weberham, but you make it my broadcast in Simon Ekpa attack. So, he a jaggy program in a because more not here, and maybe Simon Ekpa attack.
Well, I'm not here. Email argument.
Cello can be allowed to finish. Listen. Listen. Listen to me. When you are talking, I give you a listening ear. So on your Zoku, a listening ear. So when my broadcast, maybe Simon Ekpa attack. But your grateful, local with Simon Ekpa. Nsema, Abula's Bomado. Or Sophia, the evil. I not owe any person apology. So you don't expect me to work with Nsema or Sophia on another agenda. And my spirit, Anabatalonelli of Febu. And make we on air so that he won't be a witness. So and the onano Muamano Kata Nshigi that na okay because of these people now Ofonya the good. Then happens here IPOB or happens here the structure. Join the way there. Yes, they sacked me, but I'm not regretting anything. So more not here. I cannot work with Nsema nor Wasofia. They are evil. They are Ian Nagagi. So Simon Ekpa might be right, but the people also around the with are they all right? So I don't work with people because people want me to work with people like that. I will not me what my spirit led me to do.
But okay. Emma, almost suppose it in group now.
I cannot form group against IPOB.
Yes, we will chata eto I can see wepu na the canon na nsogbu ono now.
Mazi, nege munti, okonyi Igbo ka Igbo. Ima ihe bụ oath. Nege munti, asi onye Igbo Igbo in under oath. Ibinye ọtọ rapụ that your group ga form anything against that group bunye. Onye a ka a na-akpọ
Asram ka isi je form one.
Chelo ka mbịa. Mụnwa na onwe m nọ under chelo ka mbịa. Mụnwa na onwe m nọ under oath. Nsi ma nọ under oath. Ụwa Sofia nọ under oath. They have right to do anything, commit any crime and go scot free. Mana oge ekpudo m. So that area now is no-go area for Mazi Achebe Paul. That is why in the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the DOS remain the highest command. So so mmadụ na-eme expect na okita sakim can be nyoto mezie na hemebu before. That area no before sak kam that place can ga nogide until Mazi apụta. Okuwata ina-ege m ntị na. So I cannot do otherwise.
But with the whole thing going on, let me tell you, with the whole thing that is going on, those guys do not want this guy out. They don't want him out.
That is why.
Because hey, Negemunti.
Imana na people is na ndị nke analogy emete ije form another group. How many? Obuna the leadership are there meeting. It's our duty to force them to correct that thing. But by speaking out, have they been these people you are talking about, they are living in different countries now. There's no way you can force them now. There is any way.
You understand? They have our GD code to Radio Biafra. They hold the code. The best thing is another IPOB, anything. But what is there that you IPOB members should form your own group? Okay, now the autopilot now. But you are still working towards making it. Nnamdi Kanu Imana Iwonye Biafra. If Obunima, you me Biafra give me. It's a challenge to everybody. It does not matter. It was a brother. It does not matter. It's actually with the Biafra. Also, Iman Iwonye Biafra, and you believe in it. Iman give me.
My brother, Dalorin, I believe him that na. Obuna onye na-achị mmadụ achịcha na ọmụ aka ọ dịrị ime ka ọchịtabịa. So it's my duty to tell the leadership they are not doing well, and you will tell them the area they are not doing well, not the other way around. So as it is now,
but do you see these people accept it?
They will accept it, yes.
Is it not because you said okay now, Kenji? Is it not because okay, how to say na ha sakiki na ha expel from IPOB because na because you how is yoku. Or I think is Abraham. You told them the truth now. And look at the repercussion now. Look at it.
Yes, I have to face the
consequences. Nigeria, the A2 Nigeria supposed to rule of law, justice, everything to okay. It's an agitation, Gabia. Apart from that, I told Biafra. The other things is the banana. Even this is a tip of the iceberg. It's a tip of the iceberg.
My brother, I have already tell you my mind. Any other thing.
Okay,
wonderful advice.
So, learn my number. I'm speaking from the US. What? Abram onye na-arịọ nri by the grace of God. What have you know? Enwe m ọrụ aka nke m ọ bụrụ na enwe m ndị ọwụ na na-eri nri under me. What have you
Dalo,
So
iya igwa mo nwere igwa mu ye wi mi wenju kpogi so I chatelazi na mana gagwas na mi edio na next time kan yare kpogi ma.
No, even Kwage, I was trying to say something, trying to correct a statement one of the commentators he make, somebody that phoned in, and Ojibo nice atra no insult to Samekwa. Now about Samekwa. And you tend to accept what was said, and I called in, and you picked me and said, I told you that the next thing again for I will say, Onya de Kaoshomole,
Okay,
you know, I'm working to about 60 years, so I'm from Matakale.
Okay, no, I'm na video call.
Yes, I'm going point na video call.
Man, a guy who is okay, Japan John, okay.
Okay, listen. You may be no. No, okay, let me call you on your video, okay? Now, because now Pacharamuntutu. No, let me, okay, let me call you on a video call, okay, from now.
Don't worry.
You may be no. Because my mother had to clean nowhere. We cannot. I won't name
okay.
All can deal with. I won't name
okay, darling, and Jack like I am. I'm gonna do. Ndị be anyị ga-abịa wụsakwa n'ọwara hie mana ofu ihe nchọ ka m mee ka onye ọbụla mata na Maazị Achebe Paul ka kwụ n'ebe ahụ ọ kwụ so anaghị m esi ebe m kwụ wee na-agafe ebe ọzọ. I stand for the truth and I don't stand for any person. Biko Uchenna Mmadụ biko what is your question because I follow your question biko ka mama ngazia. Uchenna Mmadụ jụọ your type go your question again ka m welu gị wee mechie biko. So ka anyị na-eche Uchenna Mmadụ ka ọ jụọ the question. Ihe nchọrọ ịgwa onye ọbụla bụ na Maazị Achebe Paul stand for the truth and nothing but the truth. I don't support any evil. Onye mee ihe ọjọọ ngwa onye anọ mere ihe ọjọọ. So mana onye mee ihe ọma ngwakwa na o mere ihe ọma. So ọ bụla ihe ọjọọ bụ na onweghị onye mkpọrọ asị ehetlom Simon Ekpa nke m ga-eji wee hate DOS mana ihe hate bụ ashị from any person. On this note ka m na-asị ka ọ mara anyị niile mma. I stand for the truth and nothing but the truth. I hate injustice. So mụ na onwe m nọ here onye shi m na mma ihe eji wee chụ ma malọkwa m I don't know sọsọ Chike dozie m na ndị otu ya ma ihe ha ji wee chụọ Maazị Achebe. So onenno kịta I believe in myself and I believe in Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. I don't believe in any other person because the way things na Ghana, the only person who trust kịta Maazị Achebe Paul and Chineke. I trust lo onye ọbụla sọsọ Maazị Achebe Paul na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ka trust. Okay, ọ sị na ọda gwa m bụ Uchenna Mmadụ. So on this note, ana m eweta this broadcast n'isi njedebe wee na-asị ka ọ mara anyị niile mma. Ọ bụrụ na ọ tata bụ izi na-esonyelu m ọmụa Maazị Achebe Paul MAP eziokwu bụ ndụ 1 na Biafra land. I say it the way it is and that shall me build this platform on the truth and nothing but the truth. And they can make it known to everyone. Maazị Achebe Paul is the CEO of Biafra Unity TV and the CEO of Maazị Achebe Paul and the CEO of Matters Arising TV. So I decide what I do here. Dịka ka m ji wee kwuo ya, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu sef amagwa m ihe m ga-etinye na my platform. I have 100% right to itinye anything m chọrọ itinye na this my platform and the many things m chọrọ ime there. That is it. It's my platform. Nobody will dictate to me what to post or what not to post. So each time maybe a post, you get dictated when you get post in the Yama post. You create your own page. Then you decide, here I am in charge. Nobody else. Thank you and remember blessed. Catch your phone. Don't forget to subscribe to Biafra Unity TV and subscribe to Matters Arising TV. Almost here Biafra. Almost here Biafra. IPOB, one family. One family, IPOB. Thank you and remember blessed.